What's happening, family? This is a special day. This is a very special day. This is the first episode of the Open Field rebrand, different network, different, YouTube channel. Same guys, same faces, same football talk, and hopefully the same fans. Of course, my name is Earl. We got random guys speak here. We got our boy Lonnie, and of course, the politician, my boy Riddell, coming with the facts. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling?
Feeling great. Feeling great.
I'm excited to start a new journey.
I really am too, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like talking football. You know what I'm saying? So this should be fun, especially draft time is right around the corner. So this is gonna be a good time to start out what we got over here.
And we will be doing a pre-draft or whatever like that. We will be doing a pre-draft first 30 picks for the first round.
All right. So I guess I can say, do we just want to dive right on into it, or we just chilling right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just kind of getting y'all, just getting y'all temperatures right now, but I mean, we can dive into it. First topic. Deion Sanders came out and said that basically for Shador, Shiloh, and Travis Hunter, I didn't know Travis Hunter's last name was Hunter Sanders. But apparently, for those three in particular, he gonna pick where they go. That's what he was saying. How y'all feel about this?
I mean, he just kind of talking, right? I mean, unless he's about unless Shiloh is a undrafted free agent, that's where he gets to pick where he's going. You know what I mean? But it's very rare where It's very rare because let's just say if the New York Giants were not willing to trade for Eli Manning, he would have been a Charger. Eli Manning would have been a Charger, no matter what his daddy said, no matter what he said, he would have been a Charger. So I don't believe him. I like to see it, even though he was ironically, I think he said the five teams were like the Ravens, the Cowboys, like a few of them that he played for. So I'm like, are you leveraging your influence in the league to try and get your kids to obviously great, or at least what you believe are great situations? But
He
that's
said
crazy.
Commanders, so it's not that great. I think there's definitely
But he played for the Commanders.
But the current Commanders suck.
I'm just saying, but he played for them. He chose a lot of plays that he played for.
The Falcons were mid last year too, so
yeah, I mean it's.
Come on, the Falcons was the quarterback away. Stop being nasty.
They were still
the Falcons do have a good situation. Honestly, when you think about it, a lot of them are coincide with a certain type of vibe, certain type of culture. So I kind of see what he's trying to do, of course. And then obviously it's connected to him because of either a good situation or he used to play on those teams. For me, I mean, I heard what J-Rob was saying last time we talked about this, and my thing is Deion is just chatting. He's just chatting, and this situation is going to be very different, obviously, from like the Eli Manning situation, considering one, he's trying to leverage three players. Two, he's trying to determine which pick they're going to be. And three, it's not the draft. He doesn't even know what teams are going to have what pick. This is a whole year in front before we even know anything about next year's draft. We haven't even began the next NFL season. We haven't began the next college season. So what this is going to do right off the bat is going to put tremendous pressure on Shiloh and Shador, which we already knew, but tremendous pressure on Travis, even though he's not even his son. So I'm curious to see kind of how if they live up to the expectation and if any NFL team is going to give in to Deion's demands, basically. But I don't think any team should give up, give up to Deion's demands. I mean, I like Deion, but like if I'm owning a team, I don't give a shit what Deion says. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what you say. So teams should do what they got to do, for real.
Right. Let's be honest about these prospects. So Grant, because you're a college guy, how good is his son at corner?
Shiloh?
Yeah.
Shiloh, you mean it? Yeah, safety. I mean, he's a very solid player. I mean, he could play the position, but It's
Is he
not
elite?
like
Would you call him elite, like a blue chip prospect?
I wouldn't use the word elite. I would say he's a great player. I wouldn't use the word elite. No, and I'm not trying to say that in the sense of like that. I think because I think there's a lot
of somebody.
of
Grant, who could he be? At it,
okay,
give me
okay.
peak and give me low.
Is he like a top 10 pick?
Shiloh? No.
That's my point.
I'm trying to think of somebody to compare.
But give me what he could be and what's his bottom.
I gotta think of somebody because I gotta think because I can't.
I know for sure he can hit. If anybody look, Shiloh can hit.
Dude, Shiloh could hit, but is he a first round?
So could he be Roy Williams for the Cowboys back in the day?
I think he's probably gonna play corner. He's not. He has good instincts. Like when I watch,
he is safety, y'all. He is safety.
Jay said Devon.
I don't know. I don't think he's Devon Witherspoon because he's so good. Devon Witherspoon's really good at sticking with his man.
Is that a ceiling? Jay Gaiman?
Shiloh's ceiling, Devon. I mean, nobody wants their ceiling to be a rookie. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna be honest. That's a really low ceiling. But he has good instincts. Like he is good at anticipating where the ball's gonna go and acting upon that. So I'll give him that. I mean, I think he could be in the NFL.
No,
he's not gonna be
that's my point. That's my point. So like when it comes to the history of the NFL, only like the elite of the elite can really get the chance to dictate where they go or what their situation is going to be like. What it sounds like is that he's a good player, but he might not even be a first round pick. But like at safety, he might not even be a second round pick. He can be there's no shade being like a third round pick guy. If Shador was in this year's draft, he would probably be the fourth quarterback taken because I don't think he would be taken over. I think Jaden would still go above him, and I also think Drake may because of the physical tools and stuff like that. Shador has elite ball placement and accuracy, but when it comes to the physical traits, like how people are like saying Drake May is like a Justin Herbert, Josh Allen type build, he's definitely not better than Caleb. And then Jaden, who just won the Heisman, went crazy and has also really great ball placement and accuracy. So
before we continue, can I say this? So guys, we are on the road to 500. But until then, basically we have a Cash App and a PayPal to do super chats for right now. Until we reach 500, we can do super chats. You can send questions to if you want the panel to talk about something in particular. You know, if you got a question you want to ask, it's the Open Field Podcast on all platforms. Can you put that down in the chat, Random? It's literally money sign the Open Field Podcast.
Got you.
And then the PayPal is the Open Field Podcast at gmail.com.
But yeah, he's not like Shador is not like the elite of elite quarterback prospects either. I think he's great. Travis Hunter, we don't know, is he gonna be a receiver? Is he gonna be a corner in the NFL? Because I don't think they're gonna allow him to do both.
I think he's gonna play corner.
I think he's gonna be a corner. Yeah,
I really think Hunter is like the closest person I've always.
Early, you're right. He is a safety. Yeah,
he's a safety. Travis has the most case to maybe dictate his situation, but even still, you're a wide receiver or you're a corner. Like they're gonna tell you to shut up and go where you want to go. So yeah, I think this is more like ego when it comes to Deion. Like they don't have the cachet, they don't have the skills, they don't have the elite of the elite skill set to like dictate where they want to go. And I get that they're trying to like change the way things are run, but it's just not. They don't have the motion for it. So that's just me.
I'll say this, J&K, you are very confident he's going to play both when we've seen greater athletes than Travis Hunter not play both.
He's not playing both in that.
He's not playing.
I don't think they're going to let him play both. That's the thing. Because you have to also understand when he played. Because you have to understand. Look at the one game when at TCU that he played the very first. He was going back and forth, and I think he played over 100 snaps. I don't think an NFL team who has people that are especially assigned to that position aren't going to have him just hop in and play back and forth. I think it's gonna he sticks to what, and I think he should just stick to the position he's good at, whatever that may be. I don't know. I think he's just gonna stick at corner, or.
Well, I think he's a better corner than receiver.
I think that's what I think too. Because I
it's
think
like a wildcat type situation, Grant, or like some special packages where like
that's
get like 5 to 10 snaps a game on the offense. that's fine, but he can't do no 50.
He can't consistently do that in a single NFL season. Plus, because it won't work out for the team and it won't work out in general.
Look,
I think
if you want to get on the packages,
I'll believe it when I see it, J&K. I'll believe it when I see it.
I don't think he's playing offense at all. Like
I don't think he's playing offense at all. You don't need him to.
I wouldn't be mad if he got like a few packages here and there.
Like, I don't think he should. He should stick with corner and play corner.
Name the last great athletic corner that
could be on
plays on offense.
He could be on special teams because the way the special teams rule is now, it's much more intricate. So special teams is going to matter more than it's mattered in the last 5 years.
He wants to return kicks.
So yeah, he could be a big special team guy if he wants
kicks,
to.
Though.
I mean, if he wants to, he can return kicks. We've seen corners return kicks all the time.
No, I said Michael Parsons. I'm not letting Michael Parsons return any kicks.
Michael Parsons return kicks is crazy.
Good,
Wait, what?
Because of the new rules. That's what he said. Because of the new rules, he wants to be able to return kicks.
No, you are our best asset on the team. You're not returning kicks, Micah.
I mean, if you're really good at returning kicks, I
need him to be Devin Hester for me to risk my best pass rusher returning kicks.
It'll be weird, but I'll be interested in seeing it. Not gonna lie.
I mean, you're not wrong. It would be very fun to see Michael Parsons return kicks.
Look, he's already at
risk. Man, shut up! Y'all get my nerves.
He's already at risk.
Apparently, Micah said he wanted to return
kicks. Stuff, bro. Yeah, I don't know what I just came to, bro.
But I'm glad G-Baby's here because I found something just for him and Riddell. So I found this little picture, and it was like Gardner Minshew first 2 seasons as a starter.
Oh my god!
And then Trevor Lawrence 3 seasons as a starter. So
they gave him an extra season.
Yeah, we gave Trevor Lawrence an extra season. You know, the Urban Meyer tag. We gave him the Urban Meyer tag.
This is so nasty because we know what that rookie season was, bro. Like,
hey, that's why he had the extra season of stats for Dell. An extra season of stats.
That's so nasty.
Passing touchdowns. Does anyone want to guess? So in the 2 seasons, Gardner, Minshew got 59. Trevor got 58 and 3. Interceptions. Anyone want to guess? No. All right. Yeah, because Minshew has 24. Trevor got 39. QBR rating.
You did add an extra season, but continue.
Yeah, I did. QBR rating.
Yeah, I did.
What a
90.2 to 85. Games played though 49 for Minshew and 50 for Trevor Lawrence. So I mean, you can have the extra season, but just one more game played, and you had.
How did he have 50 games played in his first 2 seasons?
How did he have 49? You could only play 32 max. You didn't make.
So you got to be adding all the 5 seasons. So. Because there's no way. But
how you gonna talk mess and mess up the numbers, bro?
Yeah, I messed up the last part.
Oh my god, it don't matter either way.
Cooked.
Nobody here.
But this is why, like realistically, all of that is nasty.
Okay, go ahead.
One, obviously, and I'm not even one to like really like. I was once. His second season came and went, and we had Doug. I stopped bringing up Urban Meyer, but realistically, nobody here ever dismisses the fact that was a horrible rookie year. Like we had people thinking Mac Jones was going to be the best quarterback out that class. That's how bad pretty much everybody's rookie year. After the rookie year,
Lawrence?
Yeah, we talk about after.
That's all you
and Justin Fields.
We talk about Trevor Lawrence.
No, I don't. I stopped.
I don't bring it up
after
ever.
They made the playoffs.
I did not think that we had the best quarterback at the end of the season.
No. After
you never bring up how bad Trevor Lawrence's first year was.
No, the only time I bring it up is when you guys go, "Oh, look at his first 3 years." Like, then we have to bring it up because you're bringing up the first 3 years. Like,
Lonnie Riddell doesn't bring up Trevor Lawrence's first year and Urban Meyer being his coach.
No, I don't bring that up.
Even with that, bro. Even with that, after Doug Peterson got there and I saw that second season, I ain't brought up that. I just say, hey, consider it just the alternate universe. But after that rookie season, we looked at every quarterback drafted and everybody said Mac Jones had the best year. Mac Jones looked like he might be the only one to do something because everybody
we
else
were
was
not
looking rough.
thinking that. We were not
No,
thinking
there
that.
People were saying the Patriots found their Tom Brady.
Yes.
I remember that draft.
Yes.
They were.
Remember, he had a second half of the season.
I don't know what other Patriots.
No. Mac Jones, no, because y'all remember Mac Jones had that second half of the season where I was like, oh, okay, he looked a little solid, and then they made the playoffs. They just
he was a Pro Bowler.
You know what I mean?
He was an injury replacement.
He's still a Pro Bowler. Like, you can't take that.
Don't do that. Because Tyler Huntley was a Pro Bowler.
5 to 6 people say they're not going to the Pro Bowl, and then they replace him with 6 other people. Oh, they made a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But my point
in football.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Bro, I hate when you guys bring up just one exceptional example to dismiss
that happens
the entire accolade. Like, that shit is so disgusting. Like,
almost everyone
so
from
petty,
the AFC, NFC championships, and
bro.
Super Bowls, they almost always cancel out on the Pro Bowl, and it ends up being like 8 to 10 people canceling the Pro Bowl, and then they replace them with a bunch of other guys.
But it's a credit to Mac Jones in his rookie year with very little
being the 8th
expectation.
replacement at his position. Congratulations.
Man, you hit
8th replacement is dragging it. You're just talking. You're just chatting.
So do you give credit for Tyler Huntley for being a Pro Bowler?
No, that's an exceptional case. Like, I'm not gonna dismiss an entire accolade because of
Pro Bowl season last year.
Exceptional cases. Like,
okay, cool. Derek Carr, when he was a Pro Bowler, when he was trash, his last year on the Raiders, he was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah,
whoa. Derek Carr wasn't that bad.
That last year,
Devontae Adams had his best year that year.
So Derek Carr was playing way worse than he had the previous year.
I agree that.
The numbers might look the same.
Last year?
I promise you, his numbers might look the same.
That's the same year when him and Justin Herbert went at it.
No. Not that year early. This is the year after.
The year before.
This is the year
it
after.
was so bad, we forgot about how bad it was. Because going into that year with Darren Waller, we were looking at Hunter Renfrow to be the next fucking he was gonna be like the next guy,
and then
the next Cooper Kupp, and
then Derek Carr. Even though the numbers might look similar, Derek Carr did not play the same. He was not as good.
His last year when he first got
when he got Devontae Adams. Devontae went off.
So just AFC guys. Is
that the year they got McDaniels? Is his final year the year he got McDaniels for the Raiders?
Yes, that was the year that he got McDaniels.
Sorry, McDaniels is so stupid. Bro.
I'm sorry though, it's not to me. Like, yes, McDaniels is not that good, but you watch Derek Carr play. That man was just throwing ducks consistently. Like Devontae. And the fact that Devontae and them was able to get off with Derek Carr looking the way he did,
he was trying to spam Devontae a little bit since they were former teammates.
But that's my thing. So back to the whole T-Law thing. The reason why I hate those things because
he was super spamming Devontae. And Devontae low key was hurt and they got rid of Derek Carr because I'm gonna be real with you. I do love Devontae.
He knew he wasn't getting the ball after that.
it's like Devontae didn't give a fuck how good they was. In his mind, I'm gonna be putting up 1,500 seasons for years with this guy. And that's all he really gave a fuck about. And then when Jimmy G got there, it was like, dog, get me out of here.
Well, I was gonna say real quick is that because Minshew made the Pro Bowl this year, so in the AFC, so with Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Tua, who else was in the AFC this year? CJ Stroud, he made the Pro Bowl.
Gardner Minshew had a good year this year.
What if the fans really voted him in?
Gardner Minshew is a little different. Gardner Minshew is slightly different because Gardner Minshew actually played well, but I don't think he was.
Yeah, he wasn't Pro Bowl.
Because remember, Burrow got hurt this year. Herbert got hurt this year.
Yeah,
so there was injuries as well.
And then obviously some people opted out. There's levels to Pro Bowl. Gardner Minshew was on the bottom level, but he
so was Mac Jones.
Okay, I don't disagree. But Mac Jones in his rookie year, did he or did he not play well?
He was the best rookie quarterback that year.
But was he like a Pro Bowl caliber? No, he wasn't.
That's the lower end. This is being unfair, Lonnie. Clearly, what G Baby said at the end of that first season, Mac Jones was the best rookie quarterback. And when you looked and I don't know, maybe
he had the best situation though.
I don't agree. I don't agree at all, especially considering what will happen to him the next year.
Who had the better situation the rookie year as a quarterback?
I'm not gonna lie. The guy who didn't play, Trey Lance.
Yeah, damn.
The guy who didn't play.
I didn't even think about it.
Didn't even play.
Think about it.
But the thing was, nobody was saying Mac Jones was top 10. Nobody was saying that, but everybody was like, "This is such a very good
Like
season
they
to
might have
build
found
on."
their little game
Yeah,
manager,
on their guy.
early Tom Brady. That's
Even
what I'm saying.
like, can you have this guy for 5 years? Because most people like, I want this guy to be my quarterback for 10 years. Because Mac Jones at that point, you could easily say this could be your guy for 5 years.
Oh,
And
so
then-
I just looked it up.
sucks.
So the year he made the Pro Bowl, Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert all opted out.
Well, I think Herbert.
Mahomes was in the Super Bowl, wasn't he?
I think Herbert was hurt. Mahomes was in the bowl. Lamar, he missed at the end of the year for that rookie year, right?
Yeah,
he got hurt as well. And then
and Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. So,
but that's the NFC. That doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I'm saying
if we're putting things into context,
he made a Pro Bowl. 5 quarterbacks opted out.
No, okay, one quarterback.
Well, technically 4 because
4, but who's ever in the Super Bowl, that's an automatic opt out every year. If the quarterback is in the Super Bowl, who gets in the Pro Bowl? That's an automatic.
I don't know why
opt-out.
they started doing that, man. It used to be after the Super Bowl, but I hated that.
Yeah,
can we definitively say that Mac Jones sucks?
Me personally, I'm not gonna lie. With the way y'all say Belichick then fell off a cliff, and the way y'all say Matt Patricia was so bad, even on the Eagles, and how he was bad as an OC, I personally don't think he sucked. I think he.
Can we piggyback all that off that Bill Belichick? Did y'all hear the news about Robert? They say Robert Kraft told the Falcons owner that do not trust Bill Belichick. Did y'all see that shit?
Well, I mean, they made a whole 10-part documentary basically shitting on the man. So I'm not surprised that Robert Kraft did that.
No, and I'm saying, but
do you think that could be the main reason why they didn't hire him and they went with the other coach?
Yeah,
I would say so.
That's exactly.
That's probably why, because they wouldn't have said it.
Arthur Blank loved Bill Belichick, bro.
Yeah, I would say this.
But what? I'm so confused at what happened from these guys won titles together. We talking about 20 years together. Now Robert Kraft don't fuck with him so much that he take a food out his mouth.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. Bill Belichick wanted to get rid of Tom Brady.
And then it doesn't help that the season after you get rid of him.
But that changed everything with the relationship.
Hold on though, early. It doesn't help that the season right after that, Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl. And Bill Bell, and we've seen it, whether or not you want to trust Colin Cowherd or not, he has that, and he said that
it wasn't even that.
No,
but this is that.
Hold on, real quick. Let me finish. But the fact that Robert Kraft said that should have been one of ours instead of watching Tom Brady go do that with something else. When he because the first time Bill Belichick wanted to get rid of Tom Brady, it's all been documented that he wanted Jimmy G, and Tom Brady had to go up and say, "No, I don't believe that." And Tom Brady was right. They went to 2 more Super Bowls and won one.
And look at Jimmy G now.
And now look at Jimmy G.
But my only thing is this: it's giving Jerry Krause.
That's what happened, Riddell. What do you mean?
It's given the same thing they did with the Bulls with Jerry Krause and the Bulls owner. At the end of the day, random, I don't give a damn who the head coach is. The owner is the owner. So if I don't want something to happen, it's not going to happen. The same way we all said that with the Bulls owner, he could have vetoed Jerry Krause and said, "No, I'm keeping Phil Jackson. I'm keeping the Bulls together until we lose." It's the same thing with the Patriots to me. If you didn't want to get rid of Tom Brady that bad, as the owner, you just tell Bill no.
Okay, but here's the thing. He left in free agency. Right? Tom Brady at that point had enough. Because when Tom Brady left and when this all started, Tom Brady played for the Patriots like 2 more seasons after that.
Now I remember because Jimmy G, he wanted to issue Jimmy G in.
Yeah, so he played 2 more seasons for Bill after that and won another one. But at that point, he was like, "All right, I've had enough." That's all. Like, if I'm pretty sure Robert Kraft, because realistically, I'm pretty sure Robert Kraft would have loved to keep Tom Brady till he retired. But real talk. Would Robert Kraft have fired Bill Belichick for it at the time?
You think it broke Robert Kraft's heart, huh?
Yes.
Because
Bill Belichick wanted to
he wanted to do the same thing he's done with all the other great players when he thinks that they're at the end.
Hold on, because you're biased against Belichick.
But he's done that though. What are you saying? I'm biased when it's the truth.
Let him get his shit out. Let him go, Random. All right,
I always take when it comes to Belichick and Brady, I got to take what you say with a grain of salt. Belichick 100% wanted to transition towards a new era smoothly. The thing is, Tom Brady's Tom Brady. But at the same time, Belichick also has credentials because since he's been on the Patriots, since he got signed, he had GM powers. So you're in a weird situation where Belichick has been in charge of this team and building this team and helped him get 6 Super Bowls. But you also have a weird situation where you have the GOAT of the NFL also on your team being spectacular at the same time. So the owner goes like, oh man, this is the face of the franchise is Brady. But Belichick is thinking, I'm still that guy. I helped you get 6 Super Bowls. Listen to me. But there's discontinuity where Belichick wanted a smooth transition with Jimmy G, and Robert Kraft is like, I'm kind of with you and I'm kind of not. So that ever since right when that happened, they're never going to work. It was just never going to work.
So Radell, here's what don't make sense to me, because Jimmy G wasn't better than Tom. Even if you thought Jimmy G was the next guy up, he wasn't better than Tom. But it seemed like to me them last 2 or 3 years, he was almost sabotaging Tom, giving him nothing, almost starving him out to make him leave regardless. So if you starving a quarterback out to bring the next guy in, how are you building a better situation to issue the next guy in if you're literally making it hard for the quarterback that's there when he's the better version of a quarterback? How are you going to make it worse and then bring a new guy in who's less efficient or just not better as the guy that's leaving and then say I'm issuing in?
Well, I can answer that. Because it's actually 2 things. So I'm going to tell you what happened and I'm going to tell you what they should have did. First thing, they got what's it called? When Tom Brady went over Bill Belichick's head, Bill Belichick, I'm pretty sure in his mind was like, all right, screw you. So at that point, once you went over my head, I'm like, okay, cool. It's like that now. All right, cool. I'm not really gonna surround you with that, even though you really weren't doing it anyway. But I'm gonna just, kind of ride this out.
Not even the defense.
Yeah, I was like, because eventually you're gonna go. What they should have did is exactly what the Packers did. That's what they should have did. Even if you thought Jimmy G was the guy, even if you did, right? Even though we all were kind of like, yeah, but he ain't nothing crazy. Even if you thought Jimmy G was the guy, you could have took the exact same approach the Packers did. Because let's be real, is Jimmy G really going to complain about sitting behind Brady for 3-4 years?
Keeping Jimmy G. Yeah, I agree. I do think they should have just kept.
You know what I mean? If old boy Bill Belichick would have just been patient. Because I know Jimmy G had been there at the very least a year before they traded him. I know he had been there already.
Plus,
but
you
could have been patient.
Yeah.
And, or let's just say you still trade him, right? It's not like multiple quarterbacks haven't came out since then. You could have found somebody.
So then, in order to build talent, though, G baby, do you leverage Tom Brady in a sense of like bringing more talent there? Because even I look at like how we talk about Devontae Adams, right? The Oakland kind of leverage Derek Carr. Hey, you can come over here with your buddy. And then soon as he got there, they got him in a good deal. It was like, yank! Like, now you stuck, bitch. Can't go nowhere. Gotta deal with it. Whoever we get,
this is the thing, though.
The same thing with Tom Brady. Got a couple receivers there, a couple younger guys that with a name, and then convince them to Tom will be here. Then once we get rid of Tom, you got to stay because I've already got you a 4-year deal. So now you got to be with Jimmy G.
Well, here's the thing, early, because here's also it's on Belichick because apparently Brady was the one demanding that Jimmy got to go if I'm going to stay here or I'm just going to retire. So that was the aspect. And then in terms of the help. So they drafted a second round wide receiver who I think they cut the next year. Then they drafted N'Keal Harry, who where he at? Where he?
I'm not gonna lie, you look at that draft class, it's so crazy.
Awful.
It's so crazy.
N'Keal Harry over AJ Brown.
Even them 2 LSU receivers they picked up that I thought were good. I thought they looked pretty good at LSU 2 or 3 years ago. Them guys end up what's his name? What the receiver's name? One like Dutton or something like the Button or something.
Booty or something?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Booty. It's Bourne and Booty. I thought those guys were good.
Oh, Bourne is alright, but
Kendrick Bourne
he's mid. Whatever. He's their best receiver if we're keeping it a stack.
Right now, Pop is their best receiver. Well, they got another receiver. They got KJ Osborne. He's their best receiver.
Don't tell me.
I just think overall, when you look at how that situation was handled,
that's nasty.
I think overall, when you look at how that situation was handled, I think it basically just comes down to this: what Robert Kraft said to Arthur Blank is somewhat true. Maybe not the way he dragged it, but Bill Belichick is stubborn. He's had a system that in his mind has worked for the past 2 decades.
He's petty.
He's always built through the defense. Now, and if we want to keep it a buck, the one time he built through the offense, they lost twice to teams they shouldn't have. If we keep it a buck, the 2 times he built through the offense,
that's so fucked up.
They lost twice.
But G-Baby, could you imagine the Falcons having conversations with Bill, like behind closed door, we getting this thing revving, and all of a sudden they hit you and be like, nah, Bill, we actually good. Like, could you imagine that? It's almost like you getting hot and heavy with a girl,
or it
and
could
then
be,
she go to the bathroom, come back and be like, you know what? I don't think we should do this.
It could have been Bill's stubborn stuff.
What happened?
What if he wanted to make Matt Patricia the OC?
We saw the reports. He wanted Patricia and McDaniels with him.
So I mean, he's okay. To be fair to Bill, he's had success with McDaniels. But my thing is,
I was like, that's the only time.
Robert Kraft was like, it was all Tom Brady, Arthur. It's not Bill. It was all Tom Brady.
Hold on.
McDaniels only looks good under Bill Belichick.
Early, I'm not.
But also, we gotta also keep things in mind because I just want to provide a different perspective on this, or not a different perspective, but like get a bigger picture. When you are that successful, your ego is ginormous. Your ego is gigantic. Bill Belichick's ego was gigantic. Brady's ego was gigantic. Kraft's ego is gigantic. I mean, we gotta look. We can just look at the other side of the aisle in the NFC. Jerry Jones has a huge ego, and they haven't been doing nothing. It's like when you have so much success like Bill Belichick did, he thinks that his way is the right way. Brady thinks his way is the right way. Kraft is just there and hoping that they kind of
not trying to switch to basketball. We just saw it in the Warriors. Like when you win championships, you tend to think that you can just continue to win them with the same people, and then when it don't work out, you look bad because it's like, man, you should change this up a long time ago.
You think you're smarter than everybody else, but in reality,
I do agree. I do agree with what Riddell has said about obviously being successful breeds egos. But when you've been objectively bad at your job as a GM,
that's not true because he's
he is.
He was the GM since he was hired. How can you say he's objectively?
And I've said
if you want to say recently,
the back half
recently.
No. This started back in like 2014. He was bad.
Bro, he was bad. Super Bowls. How are you objectively bad?
Honestly,
okay. So
you lost me there because even if you're taking it all the way back to 2014, right? If we take it all the way back then, mind you, remember Brady didn't win his 4th ring until 2014.
And I understand.
So, which memeans he won 4 rings since the year 2014. Well, 3 is the Patriot. 3 is the Patriot, right? And in them rings, mind you, because and what was the thing we always said? What was the thing we always said about Bill Belichick, especially when it comes to like his top players and stuff? Hey, as soon as somebody leave, he gonna find somebody to replace him. I'm not doing that. Got rid of Malcolm Butler. I mean, granted, Stephon Gilmore was nice before he got there. Stephon Gilmore goes, oh, look, J.C. Jackson looks nice. J.C. Jackson gets a contract off of that. All of a sudden, oh, snap, Jack Jones looked nice. They always got Kyle Van Noy, even though he was on the Ravens. Kyle Van Noy was nice on the Patriots as well. What's his name? Chandler Jones. Okay, Chandler Jones was nice on the Patriots as well.
Chandler Jones is arguably one of the best.
I understand that.
In the NFL.
We're not. Hold
on. Let me finish what I was saying. I understand that. By the way, as much as great of a find, we still don't know. Bill Belichick also cost his team a Super Bowl by not playing his best defensive player at the time in 2017. We still don't know why. Riddell, you can roll your eyes all you want. He did that.
The best defensive
Bro, who's a good GM?
He was. Who's one of the better one? Okay,
no. You asked different names.
Who is a good GM to you? Who is a good GM to you?
Not the back half of Bill Belichick's time in with the Patriots. He was bad. He was bad as a GM. Name a great receiver. The fact that he couldn't find a receiver at all in the draft at all, and y'all can claim
drafting. Just
yes, that's a big part of a GM. Is draft not big? Is drafting not one of the most
more
important things a GM can do?
No, Riddell, hold on. So we're gonna act like he didn't take a chance and bring on Josh Gordon, who balled out with the Patriots, or when Antonio Brown's.
And I'll throw N'Keal Harry back at you, or Aaron Thompson.
When it comes to offense, you got it. But he still did draft James White, Stevenson. He still drafted Dante Hightower, Jamie Collins, Chandler.
So you
Jones,
legit.
JC
So why?
Jackson.
So why at the end, like Early said,
Logan Ryan, he still drafted all these guys that had phenomenal careers.
So Tyquan Thornton was great. Tyquan Thornton was great.
Okay, so here's
I just named 10 names and you named one.
Okay, fine.
Wait, hold on.
So picking Sony Michel over Nick Chubb was a great idea.
Whoa. Let's not have revisionist history.
No.
Wait. Stop.
No. Nikhil Harry instead of either DK.
I'll give you
instead of DK
I'll give you that.
I will give you Nikhil Harry. So here's what I'll say. First off,
he's never drafted a great receiver. Never in his life.
Stop. First off, when it comes to Nikhil Harry, when it comes to Sony Michel, no, Sony Michel did not pan out, but coming out, let's not have revisionist history. Coming out, that was not a crazy pick. Sony Michel over Nick Chubb was not crazy.
Also,
Nick Chubb
came off a terrible injury.
What are we talking about? That is also
you're still a better player.
As a draft prospect,
though, Sony Michel was not a bad pick. I will stand on that.
Y'all legitimately.
No,
when the only reason you are here, y'all defending Bill Belichick. When the only reason the Patriots are here is because of his foolishness. It's because of his foolishness. He's the one that decided he drafts a freaking quarterback who has an okay year for a rookie that gives him a defensive coordinator to call his plays and coach his own line.
That was horrible.
That was bad.
Like that is generationally bad.
Nobody
to give him all this stuff.
Nobody.
That's part of a GM. He's supposed to hire the staff. A GM drafts a player.
A GM doesn't
hire the staff.
A GM doesn't hire the staff.
Yes, he has both powers.
Yes, he has powers, but let's just say they had a GM. The GM would not be hiring the staff. They never did.
But that works for him because he's both. What are we talking about here?
Okay, but listen, here's the overall point.
And he's both.
How is that?
Lonnie, you're right.
He's
okay, wait, because we're getting too much off on the hiring of the staff. Even then, nobody disagrees with that. Nobody is disagreeing that was bad. We all, but however, the overall point is, right? Overall point, like I said, I'll give you Nikhil Harry. And I'll give you Nikhil Harry. Sony Michel, I think, is revisionist history. However, we look at the totality of Bill Belichick. Even if Bill to no, does the Matt Patricia right? No. Did some of the draft picks he had in the last years of Brady, offensively, the last years of Brady, and then afterwards, were they great? No, nobody. He pretty much at the end of his prime. However, I'm only going on because you said since 2014. If you look at, obviously every GM is going to have bad picks. Absolutely. Like the GM for the Chiefs, the GM for the Eagles. The GM for the Eagles got bad picks now.
Outside of converting him from another position, that is crazy.
Okay, and that
is absolutely crazy for your Hall of Fame quarterback entering what we thought was
we're there.
But he hasn't had. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Aaron Hernandez, Gronk, Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola. Obviously, Aaron Hernandez played in Florida and he was
hit and miss,
highly regarded. But like that, what can you say?
He was a dog when he played, though.
And then right.
The man was not drafted.
He's never been known to draft high profile offensive.
No, I'm not
saying
that, but like not one ever.
But has he brought
Ramondre Stevenson, Edelman? Amendola,
and y'all claim Edelman because it worked. That's why.
Bro,
Edelman's the best receiver he's ever had.
So wait. I have a question.
What are you doing?
I don't
know
the
best receiver he's ever drafted is Edelman, who was a quarterback in college. That's why.
But they didn't draft him as a quarterback.
Hold up.
He was a corner at one point.
He started at corner first in the NFL before a receiver.
I have a question. So. You said you were only hyping up Julian Edelman because it worked. So I don't know his name, but for the GM for the Steelers, are we going to give him credit for AB, or we're only hyping that up because it worked? Because AB was a 5th round pick. Nobody thought he was going to be what he was, but it panned out.
I trust the Steelers more because they have a better track record of drafting receivers than the Patriots do. Do we need to go through the history?
Sure. I mean that's fine, but either way,
than a guy who's never done it in his entire career except for one.
That's fine, but when you're
but
to say he's a bad GM,
but
hold up, but the fact that you're saying he was a bad GM because he never drafted a top receiver when No, receiver is his weak point. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disagreeing.
I'm not saying he's a
but
bad
he has
GM.
so many. You said since 2014 he was.
No,
he was
I'm
bad.
not saying. Hold on. This is what. Once again, I'm going to say it again. I think he was a bad GM the latter half of his career since 2014 because of I think
That's what I
Yanni
just said.
and I'm not just harping on receivers. I just think he was bad, especially we've already admitted on the offensive side of the ball. He's just bad at it and refuses.
How many Super Bowls did you win?
Okay, so you think he was bad since
just because you won
2014?
Super Bowl does not. That just masks the problem.
Wait.
Just
So
because
you
you
think
won Super Bowls, that does not. The problem's still there. The problem is still there. What are we talking about?
I'm sorry, guys. I know everybody wants to go.
So every Super Bowl team is flawless.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
after you, G baby, let Lonnie go.
I got
Lonnie's
you
trying
for
to get
sure
shit off. Let
because
Lonnie go after you.
I'm just trying to make sure I understand. So random, you think he was a bad GM since 2014?
I think yes, he was.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Especially on the opposite side of the ball, he could not get Tom Brady adequate talent. He could not.
And I'm saying because again, I'm not going to disagree with you that receiver is his weak point. But even since then, his strong points, the amount of defensive pieces he continuously got contracts. Really, if we're keeping it $1, got contracts. J.C. Jackson got a contract because of Bill Belichick. Malcolm Butler got a contract because of Bill, even when he benched him, got a contract because of Bill Belichick. He was about to get traded for a first-round pick to the Saints because of Bill Belichick. I remember that. We were about to give up a first-round pick for Malcolm Butler. So even though, yes, offensively, I feel you, but he still has a heavy track record of drafting great pieces that got them top-tier money contracts and made them, at least on Bill Belichick's team, damn near elite. So, no, yes, I can give you the offensive side of the ball, but it's also combined with he's never been an offensive guy. He's never been an offensive guy since he got hired.
Let Lonnie, what's up, Lonnie? What you got in your mind, man?
So when it comes to wide receivers, I feel like some of it is disingenuous because yes, he draft bad receivers, yes, but also we saw times where he traded first or second round picks for good receivers, like when he traded picks to get Brandon Cooks, who gave us multiple 1,000-yard seasons. So that to me is good
only
GM
there
work.
for one season, and I'll raise you Mohamed Sanu for a second round pick. Did that work, Lonnie?
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay.
Was Brandon Cooks good on the Patriots?
Just as great as that. Just as great as that pick was for the positive. Mohamed Sanu for a second round pick was just as bad.
Okay, so fine. So we traded for Brandon Cooks. We took a chance on Josh Gordon, who panned out for us pretty well. So offensively,
you also tried AB.
We all acknowledge that receiver is his weak point. But when it comes to
if AB didn't wild out, that would have worked. I'm gonna give Lonnie credit.
It would have. It would have.
Bill might not be great at drafting.
And Brandon Cooks worked.
Receivers. One thing Bill did is Bill got a good receiver free agent.
Cameron Thompson didn't work. Nikhil Harry didn't work. Aaron Dobson didn't work. Chad Jackson didn't work. You want me to keep going?
But what's crazy?
Hold on one second, because the one thing we don't give Belichick credit for is his ultimate decision when it comes to corners. Because we went from Aqib Talib to Darrell Revis to Stephon Gilmore.
Start back. Ty
Law was Bill Parcells. What are we talking about?
He still had him though.
He still had him. Anyway, so he always puts us in a position where we have a top 10 corner in the league. So if you want to call
somebody who can shut one half of the field down,
so
and then I'll double
GM
the
work.
other guy.
That's GM work, and that's past 2014 as well. Also, we drafted Jacoby Brissett in like 2017. We had Malcolm Brown, who was a great defensive tackle for us for a few years. Past 2017, like he's had good pieces in the draft. So you could harp on receiver, but he's traded for good receivers. Past 2014,
he's also traded for bad ones. He's also traded for bad ones.
Now, if you want to go tit for tat,
we can do
one
that.
thing I can say
that's everybody though.
Yo, but bro, I'm not. No reason. I understand
only
that when you're constantly harming your Hall of Fame quarterback,
he was the king of getting rid of
Muhammad.
He want to get open.
He was the king of getting rid of what you want to go to. So if he was so good at it that what Bill would do is Bill would get a top corner. He will put the top corner on your second receiver, so he's completely done for. Then he'll double team your number one.
As a coach.
And
that
worked well for years.
Fantastic coach. He's fantastic. He's a great coach. Maybe the greatest coach of all time when it's on the field. Off the field, he should not be trusted.
I have a question. Do you think Howie Roseman's a good GM?
I think he's better than Bill.
Do you think he's a good one?
He's good right now.
because the same thing we're taxing what's it called, Bill Belichick for. Howie Roseman literally has done the same thing. He drafted Jalen Reagor over, I believe that was the Jettis draft, right?
Yeah, he
chose Jalen Reagor over him.
Bro,
and then he traded for AJ Brown, but he had the Jalen Reagor, he had the Nelson Aguilar, he had the who else did he draft?
I will still pick Howie Roseman over
Why?
Bill Belichick.
Just because of receivers?
Other than Devontae Smith, who did he draft?
I'm sorry.
Alshon Jeffrey. Wait a minute now.
Did he draft? I thought he was on the Bears.
He was on the Bears first, was he not?
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffrey? Yeah, he was on the Bears first.
Yeah.
I thought Jeffrey was Eagles first.
We'll double check, but I could have sworn he was on the Bears.
No, he was on the Bears because him and Brandon Marshall were.
So I'll go band for band with you. So Chandler Jones, go ahead for Housey. Chandler Jones.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to was it
Dante Hightower.
Bro, so I can just give you bad ones back that Bill Belichick's done, like generationally bad. I don't pay attention to what he does.
Let me bring up something. Let's be very clear when it comes down to it, when it comes to Belichick, because I never thought in my life I'll be defending freaking Bill Belichick. But here we go. Bill Belichick, since 2014, what can you say about the Patriots? Well, they've always had consistent influx of running backs and running back talent. You don't need the elite guy. They had a cycle that they consistently had when it came to those Patriots teams. Offensive line, of course. And when it comes to your receiving threats, yeah, you could pick the third or fourth terrible option, but you always had Gronk and you always had Edelman. Those entire times, you had one of the greatest tight ends of all time and a number one option who in the playoffs has some of the best stats of all time. And the third option was like Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan. Like, who cares? These are third options. These are fourth options. Your two best options are the most reliable options that a quarterback would want for his career. So I don't know what you're complaining about because it's two primary targets were Gronk and Edelman.
Yeah, it's almost like having Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. I don't care about the third guy.
With some years where he had the best running game in the league.
Once again, I will say this again. Okay, great. He did have Gronk and Edelman.
So besides receiver, what did he do bad? Besides not drafting receivers, what did he do bad?
Besides drafting bad third options, I guess. Like,
what about benching one of your best players in the Super Bowl?
Oh my God,
that has nothing to do with a GM.
Yes, it does. Yes, it literally does.
That's coaching.
We're talking about
GM. That's a depth chart. That's a depth chart move, not GM. That's a depth chart move.
Okay, fine. Okay, still not okay. You want to maximize your Hall of Fame quarterback near the twilight of his career. Are you honestly, all of you, telling me that Bill Belichick did that? Because you're lying.
Again, other than receiver. Yes, but we acknowledge that
you are lying.
Random. We acknowledge that.
Lying.
Random.
No one even said that. You're saying bad.
We have all acknowledged he didn't do it as
bad
receiver.
Is the opposite spectrum.
We asked you. Everybody here acknowledges he did not draft good receivers. He didn't give Tom Brady weapons towards the tail end of his career. Cool. Other than receiver, what else did he not do? I'm not saying it doesn't matter. But other than receiver, what else did he not do?
I still think, short of when obviously I can only say that because we didn't know at the time that AJ Brown or DK Metcalf would be who they are. Obviously picking the wrong receiver. I still think some of his GM moves were really bad because as great as you guys want to throw.
Which ones?
Okay. Albert Hainsworth, Chad Ochocinco, Mohamed Sanu, either overpaying or trying something out.
What years did those happen so I could check how well they
did? Did he pay Ochocinco a bunch of money or something? Or was he like...
No, he got it for nothing. He got it for nothing.
So, okay.
He got it for nothing.
But
we got a flyer on Ochocinco.
Okay.
Sanu, I'll give you.
Remember, he was gone the very next year. So the Dolphins...
Yeah, he was gone the next year. Okay.
So
as great as Brandon Cooks was, you still traded him the next year when he was clearly the best weapon on your offense for Tom Brady.
What year did he get traded?
Sanu was traded to the Patriots in 2019. That was supposed to be their big move to help the offense, which clearly flopped.
Brandon Cooks. When was
Brandon Cooks was 2017 because he got knocked out in the Super Bowl by the Eagles safety. I always forget his name, but he played. So
let me ask this. Let's move on Bill Belichick for a second. Let's get back on the Patriots. Can I ask this question? So the consensus picks are Caleb Williams number 1. They're saying Daniels at number 2. What is the best to get this franchise going? This franchise is in disarray. You lost your coach of 30 years, damn near. What's the best solution or pick that the Patriots could make at number 3 to give this organization a jump start?
You take the last quarterback available of the 3 who's there. That's who you take. It don't matter.
Oh yeah, he did, Riddell. I forgot.
Yeah, and that team.
I'm sorry. We have so many rings. I forget when we get to them. I'm sorry.
Just because you won a Super Bowl does not. Just because you won the Super Bowl does not mean everything is okay.
What
are we talking about? So hold on.
Yeah,
All right, hold on, real quick, Riddell. Let me ask you a question.
Getting off this, man.
No, Riddell. Let me ask you a question.
I wanted to get off.
No, actually, I have one more statement after this.
No, Riddell. Let me ask you a question.
I'm just letting y'all roll.
After this, because there's context that matters.
Let me ask you a quick question. Is the Chiefs receiver position okay, even though they won a Super Bowl with it?
It's not, but I would never call Brett Veach a bad GM.
Bad GM.
I wouldn't do that.
Because other than Tyreek Hill, who was he hit on? And Travis Kelce, obviously. But other than them two, who was he hit on? Receiver-wise.
Justin Ross is a bust. Sky Moore is a bust. McCole Harbin's a bust. Like
McCole Harbin was a third option with Tyreek Hill. After that, he's been nothing. But and you know what he has done? O-line, defense, corners, Chris Jones, L'Jarius Sneed, even though he just got traded or whatever. Trent McDuffie. They lost Tyrann Mathieu. We all thought that was going to fall off a cliff. They got a Justin Reed.
And we know
as
right
a
now
replacement.
if Brett Veach
Nick
was
Bolton.
on the market.
Nick Bolton.
Right now, if Brett Veach was on the market, Super Bowl, no Super Bowl, he'd be getting picked up first before Bill Belichick. We know that right now.
But that's not
the point.
There's a reason
why.
Why would one owner?
Also, too, I need to add some context.
Who is
that
the
year
third
after the year after they traded for Brandon Cooks? They traded away Brandon Cooks. I'm sorry. So the receivers, the reason why we might forget about them is because a couple of them didn't play. Gronk only played 13 games, started 11. Josh Gordon only played 11 games that year. They had Chris Hogan all 16. I believe that was the year he went off in the Super Bowl, had like 100 yards. Julian Edelman only played 12 games that year. So he had his top 3 options not play the full season because that year, nobody hit 1,000 yards. Julian Edelman had 850 in 12 games. Gronk had 682 in 13. Josh Gordon had 720 in 11. So when we look at them receivers, you can't really do anything about injuries. But when all 3 of them are playing, hey man, that's kind of I don't know. That's a nice little trio right there. So that's kind of, you know what I mean? Like Josh Gordon, he only played 11 games. If
Josh Gordon kept his head on straight, he would be arguably a Hall of Fame.
But he couldn't because he never showed the ability to.
He still balled with the Patriots. He still balled with the Patriots.
That's great because that shows how great he was as a thing, but he never could. He never could show his ability to play because he didn't play in the postseason. He didn't play in the postseason at all, Lonnie.
He still balled out. All right, but for your question early, I personally want Jaden McDaniels because of our lack of weapons and how explosive he is.
But if you can't, if they say, let's go what we can get. If the Commanders are saying they want Daniels and we know the Bears going to take care of Williams, do you go with Drake May?
You have to.
You have to. I don't think there's really any other option that you can go with.
What I would prefer is
you go right at the Grant.
I would, as a Patriots fan, I prefer we get MHJ. Maybe we get like a Leggett or AD, something like hopefully early in the second round, and then we tank again, and then we get Shador, and then the next year. So that's just my hopeful thinking. Like, oh, let's just tank, build up on weapons this year, let Jacoby do his thing, and then we get Shador next year. But
you sound like
pirate Drake May. But
what you think, Grant?
No, I mean, I just think you just bite the bullet. Get. If you're gonna be the third pick, just get. If you're not gonna, if he's up there, get JD, because I cannot have the Patriots sit there and try to justify any reason why you wouldn't have Mac Jones. Well, Mac Jones is gone. What am I saying? To have anybody else other than JD come into your system, because I think at this point the Patriots are it's just a whole mess that it's of a situation, and I think it's just they have to rebuild the whole thing brick by brick. And now it's just like, I can understand if you want to get like an MHJ and do that, but I think you have to find a way to get a solid quarterback in there first before you consider going for a receiver. I mean, me personally, because I just think they need that. That's what I'm like. And I'm looking at what I think is the bigger priorities for them. Quarterback's probably number one because Mac Jones is gone. I don't know what the rest of it is going to look like, but I think you need someone in there start fresh, rebuild it piece by piece, and then once time goes on, then. But I would suggest.
But do we? But Grant, here's my thing: do we put him in a bad situation so we can treat him the same way we treat a Bryce Young, the same way we treated a David Carr, the same way we like these quarterbacks who come into nothing and play bad? We put it on them as bad quarterbacks. Like, even though a lot of us who actually watch football didn't give Trevor Lawrence a hard time because he had, Urban Meyer, a lot of us, a lot of casuals, said Mac Jones wouldn't. I mean, Mac Jones, but Trevor Lawrence wouldn't shit because he had a bad first season. Not putting in the context of his situation. Like, would you want to do that for Mac for Drake May? Put him in a situation where he ain't got no weapons, he ain't got nobody. So now he starved his first year. He comes out looking bad, and now we say maybe he wasn't the guy.
Well, here's I think, because I'm gonna just be blunt. As much as I love Shador, even though they're starting to agitate me with all these offseason headlines, and you haven't won 6 games in the season yet, you're not gonna find a quarterback better than Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. By somehow grace of God, he falls that far.
Not JJ McCarthy. No.
I did.
I'm not gonna lie. They're sitting at 3. They're sitting at 3. I'm not gonna lie. Even with like a JJ McCarthy,
would you trade down?
If you're trading down, I don't see the point. If you're the Patriots, because if you really just don't want,
you don't think people gonna? You don't think?
Apparently, the price is 3 first-round picks.
If they say right now we don't want Drake May, we giving his 3rd pick up. Do you think they get a good deal for him?
I don't. It's not that I don't think they'll get
3 first-round picks.
It's not that I don't think they won't get a good deal. It's that they're probably trading back, and you're either going to A, take a worse quarterback, or B, take a worse weapon than Marvin Harrison Jr. And I get it, you can get your weapon, but at that point, because if they trade back, I'm assuming that means they're trying to get Quinn or Shador next year. That means you're trying to load up on weapons. Now, they didn't do anything this free agency, and a part of me understands it. You have a first-year head coach, even though he's respected. First-year head coach, all new staff, and it's not really appealing market anyway. I get it. However, I would just say, you know what? Go get your quarterback. If you look at either Drake May or JD, you'd be like, you know what? This is the guy. Then go get him. Because at the end of the day, because I like, for example, when Mac Jones got drafted, I think Mac Jones got drafted because he was the last quarterback available. I don't think they believed he was the guy. I don't think they believed he would be the one in the future, but he was the last quarterback available.
So I ask you this then, G baby, if they get a Drake May, right? Mm-hmm. Would it be smart to say, hey, let Jacoby Brissett deal with this nonsense and get beat the hell up, because we ain't gonna RG3 you, or we ain't gonna Andrew Luck you. Let him deal with the ruckus, and next year when we bring some heat in and we get rid of him, we'll let you play.
And that's exactly.
But it's because he had a third overall pick, he got to play.
Actually, no, because that's what they should have did with Bryce Young. I was saying all year that Panthers offense was not good. O-line bad. Adam Thielen as your number 1, not really moved. I wouldn't be, but everybody's so obsessed with the idea. Oh, well, you picked them number 1 overall. You got to play.
You got to play.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because then you get it. Now look at the way we look at Bryce Young. We think he trash.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
So you draft Drake May and you chill, because you're investing into the future. This is your franchise quarterback. 1 year sitting isn't going to kill you.
How high are you guys on Spencer Rattler?
He's a day 2 guy.
So would like a MHJ at number 3, then like a Spencer Rattler in like round 2 or 3 with that?
No, bro. I think y'all are overthinking it a bit. I'm gonna be honest. I hear what you're saying. I really do. I hear what you're saying, but when you got a quarterback like Drake May on the board, you don't gamble as much as you do and try to go for a Spencer Rattler at later round. Spencer Rattler is a gamble, and you hope it works out. Whereas Drake May has all the talent right in front of you. He just needs to be put in the right direction. Now, the Patriots are, well, it's hard to say because we haven't seen Gerard Mayo coach. If Belichick was here, I could guarantee a good defense. But Gerard Mayo was there. Was he like the defensive coordinator or like a linebacking coach?
It was
He was
like
basically the heir apparent to Belichick, so he coached the defense.
Nah.
Okay, so he's probably going to use similar schemes to Belichick. So I'm going to guess they're going to have a good defense again. Obviously, Christian Gonzalez will be healthy this year. So
I don't know if you remember, but Mayo was like the leader of our defense for like over a decade.
Oh, for sure. You know, yeah. So I think you will have a good defense. I don't think the offensive line is like Jaguars level bad. So we'll see how that offensive line pairs up. I think you guys have good running backs with Mondre Stevenson and Zeke. And I don't think Hunter Henry's bad. I think he's all right. And I think the wide receivers right now is Pop Douglas, who was a rookie last year, Kendrick Bourne, and KJ Osborne. And then in the second round, you will draft maybe Ladd or Pearsall or Leggett. So at that point, this is not like, oh man, this is disgustingly bad. Like Chiefs wide receiver is bad. No, there's something that I could look forward to because I think KJ Osborne is a good receiver.
So they can almost do what the Texans did: get a CJ Stroud and then get him a takedown.
Yes.
They can get that in the second round. That's how deep this wide receiver class. So,
but is everything else in the play that if you get a good receiver in the second round, because this is a deep draft, can you get a good receiver second round? And they still have enough O-line, D-line, corners, linebackers. I know Christian Gonzalez comes back, but like they have enough overall, especially the O-line to not get Drake May killed.
Because their defense is fine. Like, I think we forget even how tumultuous that team was. Their defense was still solid.
They were playing good.
Yeah, their defense.
They were one of the few teams who shut Tyreek Hill down. Anything you got to say, Riddell? I'm random before we hop to the next subject.
Oh no, you're good.
All right.
I mean, sorry, real quick. I think you take the quarterback and you figure it out. Most quarterbacks who are drafted that high are going to bad situations anyway. It's what you do with them after that where. I agree with G Baby. You don't need to start Bryce Young right away, even though I know I've constantly said that the best asset to have in the NFL is the rookie contract. But if you're not prepared to take the steps or protect that investment, then don't put him out there. There's nothing wrong, like G Baby said, with sitting. If you sat Bryce Young for a year early, you wouldn't hate him with all your guts. The problem is you just weren't willing to do that. Plus, we know the owner politics that it took to even get to this position where you draft Bryce Young, but the coaching staff doesn't believe in him because they thought we wanted the other guy. And then now they're paying the mistakes for what you forced them to do as the owner.
So the offensive coordinator I just had to check this real quick so we can kind of understand what they plan to do. Was his name Alex Van Pelt? Apparently he was the offensive coordinator for the Browns last year, which were actually a pretty good offense. I'm gonna be honest. All things considered, losing Nick Chubb and losing your starting quarterback, and you were still consistently good. It's pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. So I think there might be something here. I don't think it's gonna be like Panthers bad and dysfunctional, and the coach doesn't believe in the quarterback type situation. I don't think it's gonna be that.
So let me move into this. Let's stay AFC, and let me say this. Lamar Jackson just checked in. He was checking in the what is it called? It's not mandatory minicamp. It's what minicamp? It's like when you come if you want to.
Voluntary
minicamp. Looking back to almost rookie season, Lamar. This past season, they say he had gained some weight over the last year or so. Got to like 205, 210, but now he back at like 175, 185. Lamar has a naturally small frame back to his Louisville days. Is this a concern for you guys with Lamar coming back? Because we know this skinny Lamar was very injury prone, was always going to miss 3 or 4 games. Does this scare you guys? Because it's fucking taking a step back by losing that kind of muscle that he picked on and take these hits.
I think it's 100%.
Something to worry about?
I think it's 100% a concern. $175 in the NFL when you're a quarterback that runs a lot too, you're going to get hit. You're putting yourself in harm's way. I think you're asking to get hurt. I think he has to get back to 200 pounds. $175 is just so small. Like, that's ridiculous. I think playing at that weight is, again,
maybe he just didn't feel comfortable with his bigger weight. That's why I'm thinking about why he came in so lean.
I can understand too, but like for safety, it's crazy. $175 in the NFL.
I would say that you like to believe how
skinny I am. Do y'all see how skinny I am? I'm like 170.
Yeah, but like you don't run out the gym
and I'm
against other superhumans.
How tall is Lamar?
Like 6'2".
6'2".
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
6'2", a buck
I'm like
75.
6 foot.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
6 foot 170. Look how skinny I am.
I'd like to
crazy.
believe.
That's
I'd
real
like to
small.
believe that he's going. Obviously, he's going to put on muscle now that he's coming in so early into the offseason program.
Yeah,
But also at
so
the
he
same
got to
time,
like 215, 220, but
that
they
might
said
have
he
been
came
so
in
heavy
at like
for him.
185.
Yeah, that might have been so heavy for him at
185?
215 that he just
Look,
like I'd
that's
rather
still pretty
build
light
up.
on the
At
end.
6'2",
But
you
again,
gotta be at least
coming out of
200.
Louisville, Riddell, he was a smaller guy. And again, I don't give a damn how many MVPs you got, how good you are. I don't want a quarterback who I can guarantee. Same thing we did with Vic. Well, I can guarantee you're gonna miss 3-4 games a season, dog. That I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, how good you are. If I have to guarantee that, it's the same thing with AD in basketball or Zion. If I gotta guarantee that my quarterback is supposed to be at for every snap and every down is gonna get, like, look at Lamar, 12 games, 13 games. Like, if I gotta guarantee that he's gonna miss 3 or 4 games with the size that he was, then I don't want it. Like, I don't want a quarterback.
I like to believe that he's smarter as a runner.
He'll probably get hurt.
You like to believe he's way smarter as a runner, right? I mean, I'm not saying that he's gonna week 1. He's still gonna be 175. That if he's that way, I'm right there with Jalen. I'm freaking out. But at the same time, he's still he's a smarter quarterback. He should be a smarter runner.
Yeah, right now,
terms
he
of-
weighs as much as
175
like
is a bit of a concern. I mean, I definitely noticed, especially in that Chiefs Ravens game, where there was times where I saw Lamar rushing, and I'm like, usually I feel like you would have outran this guy, but he caught you. So maybe that is on his mind that he's not as explosive necessarily as he was maybe like 2 years ago with his first MVP. Maybe that's why he decided to lose a lot of this weight. But I mean, yeah, 175 is light.
Well, let's just go with that hypothetical. Maybe he thinks that was the problem and all that. Well, then, ironically, therein lies the problem. He's in his head too much. I think that's his only issue. He was in his head in the playoff game. It was cool when you was going up against rookie CJ Stroud, who ain't been there before. Then you had to go up against somebody who's definitely been there before. And you got in your own head. I don't think that's the issue. I think he's overthinking it. I think he just needs to
could it be because of the pickup of Derrick Henry, he's thinking, I don't need these extra pounds? Because everybody know, like, Trent played football, you know, like anybody who's played for Riddell, you know, random, you know that when you pick up muscle weight, like, that's hard to stay on you. Like, that's something you consistently have to actually maintain. Like, if I pick up an extra 20 pounds of muscle, I gotta eat so much food. And again, with guys like Lamar's built, if I'm not staying on that, I'm gonna naturally drop down to being a skinnier frame guy. So I feel like Lamar might have felt like, dog, I don't have to work and do that, put that extra 15, 20 on me because now I got Derrick Henry, so I don't have to be as much as the runner because we're gonna pound and rock with him. Could that be the consistency thinking?
I mean, I'm not saying it.
He's never had a running back of this caliber.
I'm not saying it can't be, but in the same breath, like, this was your most healthy season at the weight you was at. You was able to last the full season. We didn't have to be like, oh, is Lamar gonna make it to, like, he was there? You know what I mean? We didn't have to. I mean, he might have, like, came out of a game maybe, or, you know, oh, I landed on my ankle wrong a little bit, but it was nothing ever crazy. So, and you was at this frame the previous 2 years, and you didn't finish the season. So, I don't know. I feel like I mean, if this is what he needs to get out of his own head, then sure. But I feel like I'm not really with the idea that he feels like he has to do this. I just think I'm actually more with Early that maybe he just didn't really focus on that in the offseason this much because he knew he was getting Derrick Henry, and, you know, hopefully he's focusing on, you know, not getting in his own head when playoff time comes, because that's really his only issue. Like, you know what I mean? You have the team. Your defense did what they needed to do. You got Derrick Henry now, and your weapons are pretty adequate. So,
what are y'all talking about?
Lamar Jackson coming in.
He came in like 175 or something like that.
He came in like 185, 190. They said he picked up about 20 pounds last year to be like 215, and he's back down to, like, with the new look at him coming in the minicamp, they saying he back down to like 185, 190 tops, soaking wet. Like, you can really see he's really back to slim, almost Louisville Lamar. And, you know, some people like
it's
concerns.
I mean, it's early. It's early, you know, what's the name coming back.
I mean, but usually though they have more weight in the offseason. Right?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Usually gain weight in the offseason.
I'm saying it depends on what he's doing. Hey, we don't know what he's doing in all season.
I hear you, but usually it's hard to gain weight during the season. During the season, you lose weight, right? You're supposed to come in first week a little heavier than you want to play at because you're going to lose weight just because of the workouts, the in-game stuff. players tend to lose weight. So I mean, the Derrick Henry thing makes sense. Obviously, bringing the running back. Maybe there's a shift in his game where he's not going to have as many rushes. They might maybe focus on letting the running backs do the running and maybe just put the ball in his hands where to actually throw. We'll see if that's the game plan, because I think coming in again with that weight is obviously, I think he had a conversation with the coach or GM, whoever's making the decisions over there. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think it's a huge injury concern if he
could
plays
this
out.
also be Lamar saying, "Hey, look, I'm a 2-time MVP. I don't know if he's unanimous the second time, but I'm a 2-time MVP, possibly unanimous, almost, if not. I'm not no longer." It was the same thing RG3 did coming into his rookie, his second year. It was like, look, dog, after what I did my first year, I'm not doing this ripping and running. I want to be a pocket quarterback. Could Lamar become to a situation saying, look, I'm a 2-time MVP. I'm not going to be toting this rock like the way y'all had me before with all these play options and things of that nature and all these, literally system built quarterback running plays. Like, I'm throwing this thing. I got this 2 tight end set. I'm finna throw this thing and let Derrick Henry take all that punishment. Could it be that mindset too?
If that was the case,
if that's his mindset, then yikes. I'm not gonna lie. That's his mind. If that's
so, do we think he was just hurt last year? Why wasn't he running last year? Was he just hurt in the playoffs?
No. Or you talk about in the playoffs or the regular season?
Yeah, like when he played the Chiefs, it was a couple times where he could have got out of there, but he just didn't. What do we think that was? Just his head?
Yes. It could be in his head. Or
I genuinely believe, because if you watch that game, and I know it's a corny thing to say, but you can just tell. You look at Lamar, you look into his eyes. He was hesitating. It looked like, honestly, it's kind of like y'all remember when the Warriors were at their peak, and you knew when that third quarter started, if Steph made 2 threes in a row,
it's over.
It was like, ooh, they're about to catch heat. That's what it looked like when he was playing Mahomes, but except Mahomes never caught that fire. They got shut down in the second half, but it looked like they were panicking. He was playing not to lose. That's the phrase I want. They were playing not to lose instead of to win the game. They were like, let's not make too many mistakes, and we're gonna get one eventually. And they did it. They literally were playing not to lose as if they were winning the game when they weren't.
Hey, if they had Dan Campbell, they would have won.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know, because Dan Campbell. See, that's too much on the spectrum. Dan Campbell lost in the game because he wouldn't play. He was playing like they was down. That's why they lost.
Josh Reynolds catches a pass in his chest. We're not talking about that.
So it would have been a tie game because they had 2 opportunities to kick.
I'm just saying he hit him right in his chest, you baby.
Yeah, and then there was another one where Jared Goff threw a duck.
What is the next step for Lamar? Because I'm looking at the AFC and I'm saying, hey man, Deshaun coming back. I don't know what he's gonna look like. The Browns changing uniforms, things of that nature. Maybe they're trying to change the culture. You got CJ Stroud with this crazy receiver core. You got A-Rod coming back. It's like, this might have been your window, dog. Of course, the Chiefs are going to get better. So it's like, this might have been your window. Like, what is there anything Lamar can do to because we know when that window closes, it closes. Is there anything Lamar can do to take that next step and finally get in the Super Bowl, especially with what this AFC is going to look like this upcoming year?
Well, the problem is that they lost 2 of their offensive linemen that were pretty important. They lost pieces on their defense. So last year was their best season, and after this year they're gonna lose even more people, and eventually they're gonna have to pay Kyle, and then eventually Zay Flowers. Derek only has maybe 2-3 years left being a top 10 running back because he is getting older and older. So
I think this is last year being top 10.
You could argue that. How old is he?
About to hit 30, if not already.
Yeah, and he's a bigger running back, so he might start looking like Eddie Lacy next year. We don't know.
Chill.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna crazy.
Well,
by the way,
let's say this though, because
that is so disrespectful to Derrick Henry.
I love Derrick.
He does
That's
the work.
Disrespectful. Don't ever utter Eddie Lacy name.
I mean, the thing is, he obviously took a step back, but last year the Titans had one of the worst offensive lines in NFL by
the Ravens just lost 2 offensive starting linemen. So it's like,
I understand. I understand that, but why I will bring this up we talked about on the old press box. The Ravens are still one of the best organizations in the NFL.
No, for
so
sure.
Short of leaving the conference somehow, I trust the Ravens to fully find a way. The Ravens are better. The Ravens are better. They just are.
Hey,
Better
Random,
than
can
who?
I ask Random? Can I ask you a question?
What?
Who's the GM for the Ravens?
Eric DeCosta, I believe. is his name.
How long he been there?
I want to say a few years, but
How,
no, 4 years coming this year because
Oh, it's only been 4. Who was the GM before that?
the Hall of Fame tight end. I always forget his name.
Ozzie.
Ozzie Newsome.
Ozzie
You
Newsome.
think Ozzie Newsome was a good GM?
He was better than Belichick.
Wait, what?
Was he?
I think so.
Bro,
Bro, Trey, you should have been here with our
bro. What?
You should have been
I
here.
don't care what y'all say. I think Bill Belichick was a terrible GM.
Oh, so wait.
Trent,
I didn't even bring it up earlier. I didn't even bring it up.
Random things. Bill Belichick ain't shit. Let's just get that.
No, I just think
Definitely
he's
a
bad
bad
as a
GM.
GM. He's a
Trent,
fantastic coach.
I can fill you in afterwards on the whole.
He's a
time.
fantastic coach.
Only reason I'm asking, Random. Only reason I'm asking is because one of the points.
But let's
you
not
made
act like
about-
Ozzie was bad though. Let's relax on that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I don't think Bill Belichick was bad. All I'm saying is the reason I asked is because Random, you brought up a point that mainly since 2014, you feel like, yeah, even though Belichick has had the defensive pieces and stuff, he's never really drafted weapons like that, receivers wise specifically. And I'm looking at Ozzie Newsome, and a big thing about the Ravens for all them years was they never really consistently drafted or got big name wide receivers, especially when Lamar got there. But even before, because I think Eric DeCosta took over when Lamar was there. But even Ozzie Newsome before that, the Ravens weren't really known for having top receivers consistently. You know, that's why I was just asking to gauge your temperature.
But they always had. And let me be real with you. This year alone, they don't need no receivers. I think likely. And Andrew Luck about to be Aaron Hernandez and Gronk this upcoming season, dog. Like this
that's not crazy.
Duo can be so nasty. I think we forget how that Andrews has consistently been the third best tight end in the league for the last 3 to 5 years, dog. Likely looked like a top 10 tight end last year. Now you get to pair them together, and we forget Andrews is a route running, like can go anywhere, like that could really like. We know he ain't great receivers, but maybe their consensus is like, you know what? You ain't great receiver, but we're gonna give you 2 nice ass tight ends, and we're gonna run it the same way Tom Brady did. And we forget
I feel you, but we were taxing Tom
fair.
Brady we were taxing Bill Belichick for not giving the weapons like that. That's why I asked.
That's a good point. But also to be fair to the Ravens, because I actually really do like Likely and Andrews, but I'm gonna have to put that caveat in there. There's a reason. I'm not gonna say this. There's a reason. Do we know if they can actually use a double tight end set successfully? Is the question. Because before Andrews was injured, Likely wasn't used like that. And I feel like we knew Likely was good, but he was never given the opportunity to truly flourish. The moment Andrews went down, people started, oh man, Likely is a dog, and he's probably a starting tight end for a lot of teams.
But you remember what happened though? Remember, they replaced Greg Roman with Todd Monken specifically to stop running 2 tight end sets. So that's what happened. If Greg Roman was there, I guarantee you Isaiah Likely would have been on the field way more than he was. That's
what I'm saying. This current version, I'm like, will they?
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, because we know if Greg Roman was there, I think we would have seen Isaiah Likely a lot sooner. So Todd Monken, another year. Hey, look, everybody can't come into the league and be Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. So, hey, man, you had your little taste of the playoffs where you actually had to play a coordinator that got some more experience than you do. Hey, man, you got beat. You had a bad game plan and they exposed you. Maybe we can come back another year. You know Isaiah Likely's proven now. Hey, man, we'll see. And you got Derrick Henry. Like, I'm not going to lie. I know they don't want to run 2 tight end sets, and I'll probably make jokes and troll about them in the season. But honestly, they should. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in 12 personnel. I'm in 12 personnel a good amount of the time. Like, I'm in 12 personnel a lot with them 2 boys over there. Like, because you can running the ball, that's not gonna be able to be stopped. And all the sets you can run out of that, I mean, it's kind of like pick your poison.
And even the backup running back for the Ravens, Keaton Mitchell, when he got some burn last year, he was one of the more explosive rookie running backs in the NFL. So they got a 1-2 combo. Derrick Henry is going to get the majority of the carries, of course. But if they got to do some more play not play action, but like pass game. They want to put the running back in more of a pass game situation, then they bring out Keaton Mitchell because he's a burner and he's explosive. So they got weapons all around Lamar. They got tight ends, running backs. I mean, you could say something about the receiver. They're probably going to draft one. So in addition to Zay Flowers, they'll have another one. I mean, the weapons are there.
So if all the cylinders are clicking for the Ravens, where are they in the AFC? Third best, second best, first best team?
Everybody healthy? Fifth.
Damn.
Fifth.
Oh, wait.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm tripping. I don't know why I said that. I'm tripping. They're third.
I'm saying the AFC.
They're third.
Yeah, fifth
They're
is
third.
strong.
I was thinking NFL when you said it.
Who we thinking?
But AFC, they're third. AFC.
So you have the Texans and the Chiefs ahead of them.
I have the Chiefs and the Jets ahead of them because of the defense.
Oh, Jets,
the Texans, if their
Yeah.
defense takes a step forward, I'll
Yeah.
take them. But until then, I'll take the Ravens for now.
So then who's the AFC teams you like over them?
Chiefs and
AFC, I'm sorry, NFC.
Eagles and Niners, I think, still slightly are the two.
You think the
teams
Eagles
I
are better than the Ravens?
I think yeah.
They're going to be a way better team.
I think like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying they got to be.
Who is Jalen Hurts the quarterback?
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I gotta see.
The Ravens added Derrick Henry, but if we're
I only
really
trust one Jalen out here, and his name is Carter. Other than that, I can't.
they got Jalen Carter too on their
Yeah,
team.
they got him too.
They
I forgot.
They got it.
So if you really think about what the Eagles did this offseason, they improved like so much in terms of not only coaching, because their coordinators last year were terrible, but also with a lot of the places that they got it improved. Obviously, losing Jason Kelce was bad, but Saquon is a huge improvement. So
I'm
that
about to
running
say
game
the addition of Saquon is enough.
Oof, it's going to be dominant, and that defense is going to take another step with bringing in Bryce Huff. Yes, they lost Reddick. They lost Reddick. Yeah. Brought in Bryce Huff. Jalen Carter's going to have another year. Nolan Smith's going to have another year.
Jordan Davis is going to have that pass rush correct.
Facts. And they brought back CJ Gardner-Johnson, so he's actually a good DB. So I don't know why he left and then came back. It's kind of weird.
Because they didn't want to pay him.
Because he was wasn't he talking smack when he left the Eagles?
Well, of course, but that's what he does. He was talking smack to the Saints when he left, but they didn't want to pay him. That's what happened. That's why he went and got that 1-year deal with Detroit. It was basically a proven deal because they didn't want to pay him.
Oh yeah. And so he came back. So the DB room is going to be better. They're probably going to draft a cornerback, and based off their current spot, they're getting one of the top three. I feel like they're getting one of the top three. Either Terrion, Kenyon, or DeJean. If DeJean
they got to.
Bro, look at DeJean.
Bro, if DeJean falls to them, bro,
why? They just going to put him in safety.
I mean, let him be a corner. Let him be a corner.
I'm being nasty.
Just let him be a corner, okay? Fulfill the prophecy.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to be really nice, and obviously the NFC is
you don't want an Eric Waddle 2.0?
Side note: Joel Embiid keeps getting fronted by Jamie Hawkins Jr.
I'm not gonna lie, he just smoked the water Khalil.
He did.
He's having a rough game.
Yeah, and he's getting.
You gotta understand, he's just coming back. So being nasty.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he is, but like Jamie Hawkins
Jr. back for a few weeks now.
But I mean, this is playoff. This is Jimmy Butler in the game.
No, he's still
facts. Fourth quarter yelling, "Why is Batum?" But
hey, he can still win this game.
Yo, he's wilding.
I know.
Batum is wilding. This shit is crazy.
It's crazy that he's actually playing like this at this stage. He's playing like he's on Team France. On Team France, the guy's amazing. He literally plays like this all the time.
They called that. That's crazy. Anyways, sorry.
That is wild.
Shout out the Heat. You know, I want the Heat to play the Knicks, and I want the Celtics to play the Sixers.
Shout out Philly. I mean, it's a game.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, y'all so
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, I'm sorry.
23-15 and 6.
I'm really mad. He said, "Why the fuck would you?"
That was a hell of a line.
Crazy.
Just real quick, we gonna stay on football, but real quick, who y'all got winning this game? Chicago, Atlanta.
I dead don't care about
It don't
it.
matter.
Because they losing. Because they losing regardless.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
The
Both those
mid
teams
off
probably get
versus
some
the
mid
mid
off.
off?
Yeah, but hold on.
You say that, but did you guys
participants?
watch the Chicago Knicks game? Chicago's putting in
Hey,
work.
early,
I'm not gonna
you
lie.
live bet
Look,
that game?
Chicago.
I'd rather
yeah.
Atlanta win. I'd rather Atlanta win.
I'm trying to see what's what. Give me a second. I'm trying to see what's what. Let me ask you something too. Just real quick, and get back to football. Was Zion not playing this guy's game, dog? What? God
King.
Yeah, if he didn't get hurt, the Lakers would have won.
And he was going crazy.
He was going
stupid
crazy.
crazy.
He was going stupid crazy. Lakers caught up.
Jayla, are you
I'm gonna
saying
take,
that?
I'm gonna take the
LeBron's
Pelicans at their word,
You still-
saying that they
man,
clearly know something's wrong.
you know
'Cause
what
that was
it
the
is,
best
I'm
though?
not
game
gonna
he's
lie.
ever
If
played.
you now watching that game and the way it was going,
Zion was
that fourth
on a
quarter,
roll.
there.
Yeah, he's about to have one of them
If
games.
Zion was
that
there,
we look
bro,
back
yeah.
10 years from now and be like, remember when Zion turned up? It was the
Yeah.
LeBron versus the Celtics game.
Zion would have got at least like 6 more points. Like,
You know
he
who
was
else is
really gonna
pissed that
score
Zion got
game.
injured? The Lakers. They're pissed that Zion got injured.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hey,
the
I'm not gonna lie,
Lakers are
you
gonna
watch that
beat.
game?
They're gonna beat the Nuggets. I'm telling
They
y'all.
haven't
they're
beat the
gonna
Nuggets in
the
8
Nuggets,
straight
bro.
games.
Well, guess
Or
what?
9.
D'Lo hooping, LeBron foot ain't hurt, AD hooping, Lakers.
It
in
don't
6.
matter.
Then AD
Y'all
hurt his
couldn't
back.
stop
Then
Jamal
AD
Murray to
hurt his
save
back.
your life, Jalen, last
I'm
year.
telling y'all,
But he
man.
ain't
Murray
played
was
this
taking
year.
your
Yeah,
lunch
I
money.
gotta stop that Jamal Murray shit. Like,
Yeah,
that nigga
Jamal
been on
Murray
30
not
games
doing
and
that
shit.
again.
Stop
He not
acting like he
dropping
been
30
cooking all
again.
year, y'all.
Yeah,
Stop
he's
doing
not.
that.
But he
man.
cooking the playoffs. What are we talking about?
Early. Here's the
Hey,
thing, though.
but you know who
Here's
is?
the
You
thing,
know
though.
who's gonna be
Jamal
balling?
Murray
Michael
wasn't-
Porter Jr.
Jamal
He
Murray
don't want
wasn't
those-
going
he don't want
crazy
those
in the regular
allegations like
season
his
last year either. Early. He
Mm.
wasn't
Yeah,
going
no, but
stupid
hold
in
on.
the regular season
He
last
was better
year.
than this one.
But you know
Jamal
who's
Murray,
different,
every
too?
time he makes
Jamal
the
Murray is
playoffs.
a
You know who's
playoff
different, too?
guy.
'Cause we
What are
gonna
we
switch
talking
from
about?
football to basketball. You know who's different too this year? Goddamn, put some respect on my name, D-Lo.
Talk about it, man.
Not-
Y'all saw that
Listen.
one goddamn TikTok. Y'all thought he was
Hold up.
legit.
Austin Reeves is back with
Like he hadn't
another
been
year.
historically
Austin
bad in the
Reeves was
playoffs.
hooping
What are we
yesterday,
talking
too.
about?
You know
Austin
who's
Reeves
the
is
best
clutch.
defender in NBA
Yeah.
history versus LeBron James? Field goal wise, Aaron Gordon.
I'm not worried about Aaron. Hold on. You know, hold on. LeBron's leg was hurt last year.
That's tough.
Most of
That's
this, the
tough.
3-point shot
I'm
was
talking
like
about history.
Y'all got sweat.
Let's
Y'all got swept.
let's
tough.
A healthy
let's-
leg doesn't
let's
change
end it
his
with
tweak,
this.
in my opinion.
Let's end it with this, guys. Last week, but not but before we were able to, we wouldn't actually able to talk about it because we got into a heat on between Andre Johnson and Julio. Also, my DMs on Instagram have been flooded by Alabama fans talking crazy to me.
Hell.
So I don't know what
Bama
this is
called a
about.
Calvary?
You know why? Because
hell,
what happened on playback?
What happened on
I'm
playback?
getting what the fuck is your problem with Bama? You don't know ball.
Mm.
You're not allowed to know Bama games. You ain't never been to no Bama games. I'm gonna say
What
what's
did
so
you say
crazy.
on
Ricky
playback?
Smiley
Bro,
is
him
my
and
What
guy.
did you say?
Ricky Smiley is one of the
Nah,
biggest
Ricky
Alabama
got
fans.
it, bro, guys.
That nigga hit my phone like
You were wild.
What
Ricky
did you
Smiley
say?
hit you?
What did
Ricky
you
Smiley
say?
hit me like, what's going on, man? I heard you don't like something going on with Bama. I'm like, where you hear this from, Rick? He's like, man, I just heard you hate on Bama. I thought it was cool with Bama. I'm like, Rick, I don't like Bama like that. And he is Mr. Roll Tide. But I wanted to say that we couldn't get a chance to talk about it, so I want to say this. Last week we had a thing that we never talked about, which was the 2019 Chiefs, and we can get out of here with this, and the 2000 Ravens, and who wins that matchup.
Y'all really-
2000
do you
Ravens.
think the
What rules are we
Ravens
playing? Are we playing the
offense?
2000 rules? Or
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. What rules?
Because that Ravens offense was not great in
Yeah,
their role.
that was probably the worst. That was the
I'll
worst
put it
winning
like
offense
this.
ever in Super Bowl.
I'm
But
gonna
that-
give the Ravens.
I mean,
grace.
cutting your starting
I'm gonna
after
give them
the
grace.
say so.
I'm gonna give them grace because they will probably stop Travis Kelce because they're probably gonna bump the shit out of him all the time. With him and Ray
They
Lewis.
stopped
They had Ron Woodson.
Old Water Rutten, but not
But
a
he was
single,
still Travis Kelce.
not a
Travis
single,
Kelce.
but not a single fucking soul on that defense to stop Tyreek Hill.
You got Chris McAllister? Oh, you out of your
I know who
mind.
Chris McAllister is. He's not stopping Reed.
Chris
Right.
was every bit of 6'2", 6'3", lanky.
He's not stopping
was
Reed.
physically-
He's not.
you're
Wait,
right.
it's not gonna be
I'm
one
sorry,
player. It's not gonna be one
If
player.
it's-
stopping
okay,
him.
Which
okay.
Ravens team are we talking about?
If it's
Oh,
2000 rules,
2000.
yeah,
The
right.
one they won the Super Bowl.
Because look,
2000.
If it's 2000 rules, Chris
Cheap baby,
McCann.
so let me see.
I didn't see Chris
Chris
McAllister.
McAllister is putting hands and
I didn't
feet
see Chris
on Tyreek
McAllister
Hill.
get fried. I didn't see
But
him
if it's
get
right
fried.
now,
I didn't
yeah,
see
it
Chris
ain't-
But don't
McAllister
put
get
Tyreek
fried.
Hill in motion and Chris McAllister.
I didn't see Chris McAllister get fried and Reek is frying the shot at him.
Let's keep it a
Frying the
stat.
shot at him.
I got
Okay, even if
The
is that Ravens
19
offense? Is that Ravens offense keeping up?
No,
I mean, they scored 34 in the Super
no,
Bowl.
they can't. They
No,
Yeah,
no,
with
but
two
do they need
kickoff
to, though?
returns. With two kickoff returns.
Wait, it's against. We're talking about this past Chiefs.
Well, that's
What?
20.
No, he
Chiefs
said
defense are we talking
2019,
about?
so it's Reek and Travis there. It's Reek and Oh, Travis. so it's not the elite defense.
No,
No.
but they're
Okay,
still
they're still not
stacking.
keeping up, though.
that
No,
team
but-
almost lost to 49ers, though.
Okay.
With
Almost
They
Jimmy
don't
G.
count.
did. That
Almost
makes
don't
me,
count.
that makes me a little wary because of of that.
That
Jimmy
Ravens,
G better
nah,
than
that
Trey
Ravens
Wilson.
defense
Here's the thing, though.
was
Jimmy
so
G.
nasty from
No,
top
Jimmy
to
G better.
bottom.
Ravens defense.
Bro,
Even
y'all
though that
never
Ravens
said-
defense was- even though that Ravens defense was crazy, they never faced the offense like 2019 Chiefs.
Okay, but what did that 19?
Spurgeon Wynn was selling you.
2019
Spurgeon Wynn was selling
run
you.
defense
T.
look
Martin was selling you.
Bro,
What did that
the guy get to
2019
play?
Chiefs? Oh, but here's the thing. what did that 2019 Chiefs run defense look like? Because Jamal Lewis was in his prime.
Yeah, he was. He was nice. It was before
year
2K.
was it?
He was
Yeah,
still
but
good.
they got
Bro,
unless you
they're
run
gonna
the
be
ball every
super.
time.
Hold on, they're gonna be super
Early, unless
physical
you
with
run the ball
Tyreek.
70
Tyreek's
times.
not getting
That
clean
Chiefs
breaks out.
defense.
Tyreek is getting touched up
But
every single time.
I think the Ravens give him short
Hold
field.
on,
You still got Shannon Sharp.
Hold on.
I'm just saying he's not getting a clean break though. You can really hit him back.
Tyreek Hill got teabagged once. Okay, but let's not drag just Tyreek Hill getting manhandled by Chris McAllister and old Ron Woodson and old Deion Sanders. He's going
They're gonna have to double team him.
Yeah,
Whoa. I think we got to remember because Christian Gonzalez was also teabagging Tyreek Hill.
Okay, but hey, stay right there.
And if you think Christian Gonzalez was good, boy, you don't know who Chris McAllister was.
Hey, stay right there.
Another 6'2", 6'3" nigga.
Stay right there.
Go ahead.
It's 2023 Tyreek Hill with Tua throwing him the ball.
You got Mahomes.
And no Travis Kelce on the field. You got Mahomes and Travis Kelce on the field. I promise you they're not pressing. I promise you they're not pressing.
If they're doubling Reek, yeah, Travis is going to eat because Ray Lewis cannot fucking guard Travis Kelce. And you're not telling me that with a straight face. You're not telling me that with a straight face.
But you know what he's going to do? You know what he's going to do?
He might knock him out the game.
He's going to line him up. Hey, look. He might get 10 yards, but hold him real quick. Because what happens is, when a nigga keep hitting you across the middle, what's going to happen is, and Ray going to talk greasy. Yo, that might make you not want to catch that ball no more.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, though?
And that Ravens defense, you understand, they was giving up like
Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy are going to tell Travis Kelce, you catch that ball and you get the fuck down. You stay down. You stay. Don't you dare try to break no tackle. Get down. We're not losing you this
Fumble
game.
City. If you
Get that. No.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Clyde is kept though. I think when you look at that Ravens roster, they ain't really had no pass rush. Like I ain't the biggest fan of Tony Siragusa. I can't even really remember who was on that D line for real. I know Ray. I know Darren Sharper.
Sharper. Sam Adams on there? That's my cousin. Was Sam Adams on there?
I think Sam Adams was a player on that Ravens team.
Sam Adams. Peter Boaz on that crew. I think it was here.
Tony Siragusa, I believe.
Yeah, Tony Siragusa. And Goose was nobody. I mean, God rest his soul. He was nobody like that. But Goose was one of the guys that you on a great team. So Goose was like, no offense to my cousin Barry Cofield, who played for the Giants the same year they won Super Bowl. It's like you just another guy because that line was so good. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, y'all just got relatives.
That's crazy. Small world.
What was my thing is I look at that Ravens.
So they had Rob Burnett, Sam Adams, Tony Siragusa, Michael McCray, Peter Baldwin was
white. Yeah, he was nice. Peter Baldwin was nice.
Jamie Sharper. You had Starks, Chris McAllister, Kim Herring, who was underrated, and then you had Ron Woodson, who was a Pro Bowler that year.
Yeah, of course, you got Aaron.
He went that once. He had 5 picks that year.
Wait, hold on. Is that?
I mean, I'm not going to hold you. I'm looking at that Chiefs roster, and I understand that.
Ravens didn't even have Ed Reed, right? Or they did?
No. He came in like
in college. He was still in college.
I ain't going to hold you.
Yeah, that's GG's, gang. That's GG's.
I mean,
you know who I think would compete with
Trent Dilfer, Jamal Lewis, Patrick Johnson, Travis Taylor, Jonathan Ogden, nigga, Quadre Ishmael. Stop.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. You know who I
the ball early.
Hey, you know who I do think would have a chance to.
Because all 3 quarterbacks on that team are not good.
You know what defenses I do think would have a chance to kind of neutralize
Give
that?
Give it to me. Pause.
Well, yeah. Legion of Boom.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No fly zone.
No fly zone.
Yep. And I'm not gonna lie.
Even a boomer.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Even though they didn't make it to the big game, Saxonville might have did some things, man. Right. Saxonville might have.
They should have won the Super Bowl.
They should have. Saxonville, bro. I don't think y'all remember. I don't think y'all remember how good. I don't think y'all remember how good Jalen Ramsey, AJ Bouye.
AJ Bouye and Jalen Ramsey was. They were stalking. Like they were what Duffy just did with Snead. They were that. Like,
what about like the 0-2? What about the 0-2 Patriots?
That Miles Jack fumble.
Jags fans,
that's it. The 0-2 Patriots defense put up some great defensive.
Yeah,
you need Jacksonville, bro. As much as they hyped the 85 bad 2000 Ravens, Legion of Boom. Oh, you know another team I think we got him? That 0-2 Bucks team would have got him.
No. You lost me.
What? Hey, Warren Sapp and Derrick Brooks.
Stop. They are frying the fuck up that cover.
Yeah, I was about to say that cover 2's getting deep fried.
Anthony Thomas gonna look like a superstar that game. Watch.
Yeah, when you play the Chiefs, you need the cornerback talent to compete with the Chiefs.
Because when you look at that 2019
Rondé
roster,
was the top corner in the league at the time.
early. DeAndre Thomas was on that squad. Mecole Hardman was on that squad. They were small and shifty. You need the corners. I understand that.
Okay, well then we say Legion of Boom, right? Who's covering? Earl Thomas might do a good job on track.
and Cam gonna lay the boom on somebody.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Cam is going to line
Brandon Brown will get a penalty at least on somebody else.
Cam is going to line Travis Kelce up.
Hey, and I think honestly, a forgotten part that we always forget about Legion of Boom. That linebacking core was solid too. Malcolm Smith and Bruce
Bobby
with Bobby Wagner.
And that's like prime Bobby.
What about that?
They
always just got big plays. What was his name? He was Super Bowl MVP.
Malcolm Smith. Bro,
yeah, he was always just making plays.
They literally Legion of Boom is probably the only defense that can like run a true
was that Urban too? Was that
It was Bruce Irvin, Bobby Wagner, and Malcolm Smith. It was them three.
No, but I'm saying what was the D line? Was that Bennett?
Michael Bennett
was on that
Michael
squad.
Bennett was
Cliff Averill was on that squad.
You saw what they did to the Broncos.
They're one of the few teams,
and the Broncos had the best. That's one of the greatest offenses of all time.
It really was.
Bro, that Legion of Boom team is one of the few teams in today's league that can still run a base 4-3 defense and still be elite. Like, bro, they had 3 linebackers on the field at the same time.
If Seattle
that's unheard of.
If Seattle actually won back-to-back, that Legion of Boom defense would be held to a high regard. Like they just would have been held to a way higher regard.
Whoa.
Philly won.
Oh. I thought they called a foul.
What, Embiid got hurt?
Oh, Embiid, 23, 15, and 5.
Knickerbockers.
Bro, playoff Jimmy, 5 for 18. None of that. Playoff Jimmy's now.
Playoff Jimmy doesn't start till the second playing game because they lost the first one last year.
They're gonna watch. Hey, look, they're gonna watch whoever.
Jalen, we hating on Jimmy.
I'm just saying, though, he's been living off of the playoff rally, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but he's been lazy in the regular season. If he don't rise, if you be chilling in the regular season and don't even rise now, stop it. You don't get to shoot 5 for 18 when you.
Hey, this is my last name. Can the 04 USC team beat that LSU team with Joe Burrow that just
fuck no.
Hold on. With Reggie Bush, Lendell White.
That defense,
look.
Jalen, that defense was not what
Jalen Carter.
Hold on, do we
that
understand
defense was not what you think it is, Jalen.
Hold on. I'm not talking about defense. People talk about great duo. People talk about great duo.
You step it, Jalen, stay in your lane.
No, hold on.
Jalen, that USC defense was not what you thought it was, man. I'm telling you.
People talk about great duos in college football. The greatest duo is not a quarterback wide receiver. It's literally Reggie Bush and Lendell White. Those two as a duo, people don't understand. Lendell White.
I hear you, game. Because Reggie Bush is my favorite player. Bro, Reggie Bush is my favorite player of all time. He's the reason why I'm a Saints fan.
LSU had the greatest wide receiver college duo of all time. And we had the second best college football quarterback of all time. It'll be a shootout, but LSU's going to win the shootout easy.
LSU's winning the game.
That defense, that
USC defense was not good.
Matt Leinart I'm not gonna lie. Matt Leinart can't sniff 2019 Joe Burrow Johnson. I'm not gonna go.
It was a different game. Hold on, we understand the college game was two different games.
I hear you. Okay, here's the thing though.
Tiers.
Okay, but even with that, I have Cam Newton as the GOAT college quarterback all time.
If Joe Burrow
that was a decade.
Matt Leinart's not even like a top 10 college football quarterback of all time. I don't even know if
it's Matt Leinart.
Unless you're about to run Reggie Bush 30 times that game.
He was a perfect quarterback for what USC was trying to do.
So what about 06, 08 Florida against
Hell no.
They're going to cut.
Tebow's not doing early. I'm not even gonna hold you. That Florida team ain't beating any of the Deshaun Watson Clemson teams. They not beating T-Law Clemson team. They not beat. I'm not gonna lie. They might not even beat the Kyler Murray.
Bro, this is what I'm saying.
They not beating that team.
The only teams that LSU can really lose to is Miami, 2019 Bama, 2018 Clemson,
91 Miami.
Wait,
none of those USC teams. None of it.
No. Hey, they can lose to Deshaun Watson Clemson team.
They're not losing to Deshaun Watson. No.
I'm not gonna lie. They can.
No, because 2018 is clearly better than 2016. So I'm not gonna lie. Wait, what? 2018
So
Clemson.
are we saying the LSU team is probably the best team we've seen?
It's the second best team of all time.
20 years.
Yes. It's the second best team.
time.
Wait. 20 years. So wait.
That's like 2004.
2003. 2003.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they're the best team of all time. Yeah, because if you don't count Miami, yeah, they're the best team of all time.
All right. Okay. Can that LSU team beat the 0-16 Lions?
No, stop it.
No.
No college teams do that.
Don't do that.
No, Trent, don't even.
That's such ESPN talk.
This is grown men against 19 and 20-year-olds.
Yeah, that's why I said that's like when I forgot what Kentucky team that didn't win, but it was like the Harrison twins, Cat, Book. I remember they was like, oh, can they beat
That was when the Bobcats won games, right? That was when the Bobcats won 7 games.
That 0-16 Lions team still had studs from college. Like they had all American.
How they cover? Wasn't Calvin on that squad? Wasn't Calvin on that squad?
Yeah, Calvin on that squad.
How they covering Calvin?
Nobody.
They're crying. The DBs are crying when they get back to the sideline.
No college team is beating a pro team. We just gotta establish that. People like to talk about it, but it would never happen.
Did they go in 16 twice? The Lions did.
Hey, what? Hey,
all right. What about the 2017 Browns? Oh,
chill. Nah.
You might as well just say which O&T team.
Go look at those winless teams and look at how many.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me speak. Deshaun Kaiser, Isaiah Crowell, Corey Coleman.
Yo,
and this team's just garbage.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't Kaiser like good in college?
He was all right.
They did have the real Peppers.
He's the quarterback where his coach literally came out and said
they
he
did
needs to
have
stay
the real
another
Peppers.
year.
They did have this McCourty, and they did have Myles Garrett, but the rest of them niggas were garbage.
Hey, that was a scrappy. Hey, wait, that was a scrappy
game by himself.
That was a scrappy team though, because even though they went 0-16, they fought in a lot of them games. They just didn't come out on the other side.
Wasn't it in the final game before receiver catches a pass? They have a chance to win that game. It was Coleman, right? He dropped a pass for a first down.
Yo, I've been wanting to ask this to Lonnie for the longest. So, Lonnie, can you explain to me how Percy Harvin is not just Debo Samuel times 500?
If he's times 500, he's better. Times 500.
I mean, he is better. He is better.
But he's really he's a better version of Debo Samuel.
He's a cracked out Super Saiyan version of Debo Samuel.
Super Saiyan is crazy, but he was.
But can we be real?
I promise you, if Percy Harvin got drafted.
Percy Harvin's ability,
he'd be
not only his stop and go ability was damn near.
Yeah, but here's one thing though.
Not only that, if Debo was as fat, like put it this way, let's make it simplified, right? What Debo is in strength and like ability to break tackles, Percy Harvin clears and elusiveness. Like if Debo is if Percy Harvin is a 10 in elusiveness, Debo like a 6 in like brute strength.
Oh fuck no.
So what I'm hearing is Debo was a running back playing.
No, but here's the thing though, G-Baby. Here's the thing though. People call Debo Samuel a running back.
Debo's like Mitch Richmond.
Wait,
say that again.
Hold on. Time out. Here's the thing though.
Percy's Jordan.
Niggas really call Debo Samuel running back. There are literally college football seasons where Percy Harvin has more rushing yards than receiving yards.
But in the NFL, for the Vikings, he was legit. Hold up, Trent. We're not gonna do this.
We talking about college.
We're not gonna do this.
We talking about college. Because look, Lonnie and J-Rob, they got all ruffle because I said Jamar Chase is clearly better than Percy Harvin. Because when you really look at it, Percy Harvin.
Why is that a debate?
You have no idea how good Percy Harvin was.
Percy Harvin was a no. Stop. You ain't about to do that. Percy Harvin was a better gadget player than Jamar Chase. Fine, just like Tavon Austin, just like DeAnthony Thomas, the better gadget players. But as a wide receiver,
yeah, I'm looking at these numbers, y'all. I didn't know Percy never had 1,000 yards.
He was a gadget player.
I thought Percy had 100 yards season.
Early.
Oh no, that was what's the boy name with the dreads that played for the Vikings?
Oh, the other one, I know who you're talking about.
Was it Rice?
Cordell Patterson?
Yeah.
Something Rice. Cindy Rice?
Yeah, Cindy Rice.
Cindy. I thought, like, I'm looking at these stats. Debo clears NFL wise.
Yeah, Percy like a what if? Is Percy a big what if in the NFL?
Because
not really. Because honestly,
he was ahead of his time.
Here's why he's not a what if, Jada. I'm looking at from 010 to 011. He was getting 109 targets, 130 targets, 105 targets. Like he was getting the ball to him, but he only giving you 71 catches, 121 targets and 81 catches, 119 targets and 71 catches. Like he was getting opportunities. Like what if it's not the opportunity?
That's why I said he's ahead of his time, because if he was drafted in today's league, like I think him.
Could he be a Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Reggie Bush?
No.
Who's scoring him the ball?
Could he be Amon-Ra St. Brown?
No.
I'm not going that far. Because like for example, Reggie Bush, if he was he would be the best running back in the league if he was.
I'm not gonna hold you. Okay,
no, he wouldn't. No, I'm gonna agree with y'all. Reggie, even if he was the USC though, he did not hold the rock between the tackles. That was always the problem.
Early. Thank you. Niggas do
so you don't find it funny that every time every time he got to a team where they gave him somewhat carries, he got a draft yards?
Reggie Bush is a draft bust. There's a reason why he's a draft bust. He's a draft
I think he's ahead of his time.
Draft bust is kind of
Reggie Bush is ahead of his time. Reggie Bush is ahead of his time, bro.
No, but he wasn't draft bust. He was draft bust.
Reggie was a guy who
he was productive in the NFL. He didn't live up to his hype.
He's just faster than everybody. But then once you get, because Reggie was so fast, so elusive that it was so like crazy in college. When Reggie got to the NFL, that shit slimmed down. Like it was like
early. Wait, hold up, Trent. Early. This is how I feel, because obviously I've got to see two running backs do the same thing with Drew Brees. Reggie Bush, it was literally because even Kamara, I'm not saying he's the best or nothing like that, but Kamara was in a league where more running backs are being used that way. Reggie Bush was seen, and then mind you, Reggie Bush also had to split with a Pierre Thomas and then eventually a Mark Ingram. No, Trent, stop. Wait, Trent. Wait, stop. Wait, Trent.
What about Mark Ingram?
Wait, Trent. I agree.
Mark
I can't
Ingram
make
was pretty
Sean
good
Payton give him the carries. Wait, but that's the thing. That was Sean Payton. He never gave him the carries. I agree. When Reggie Bush got drafted, he should have never been split with them dudes. I didn't want him splitting with no Pierre Thomas, and I think Deuce McAllister was there for a little bit.
Deuce McAllister actually pretty good.
Yeah, but I still didn't think he should have been splitting, but that's what he did.
But as good as Reggie was, when they called the Texans to get Reggie, that GM said you would be a fool if you took him over Mario Williams. And if we look at careers, Mario Williams is not top. He in the top 10, top 15. We probably top 30 pass rusher. Like Reggie literally didn't get. And let me tell you what's so funny about Reggie. Reggie, when he finally like became more of a man, no funny, like he got his grown man strength in his 30s, he became a 1,000-yard back run between the tackles. But like me and Trent know, in his rookie season and in his first couple seasons, he ain't want no part of contact. Like Reggie was the ultimate "don't touch me" running.
He's a draft bust. You cannot tell me.
And he didn't have Barry Sanders' elusiveness.
You cannot tell me who people called Barry Sanders 2.0 coming out of college and what he was doing for college football. Getting barely 1,000-yard seasons, and he's not a draft bust.
Okay, I agree. Okay, but wait,
not to mention, if I tell you right now, come out of college, right? When you look at LaShawn McCoy, you look at Reggie Bush. If I told you, hey, LaShawn gonna be a better running back, Reggie Bush, you would have laughed in my face.
Okay, wait. Okay, so here's my only pushback before we end. Here's my only pushback to that. I'm trying to make sure I stay consistent, and I can't think of anybody where I have said it. I can't call you a bust if I know you weren't used the way you really should have been. And wait, early before you go crazy. Wait. And here's why. Because I agree with you that Reggie Bush, he wasn't gonna run you over. He wasn't gonna take contact like that. But I still believe I think Sean Payton saw Reggie Bush and was like, you know what? I'm gonna use him in my special packages when he first came out because they still like Deuce. They still like Deuce and they like Pierre, right? I believe Sean Payton wanted to use everybody. But I think eventually, like
Pierre came afterwards too.
Yeah. And I think especially like for sure the Super Bowl year, I think that year should have been the year. It's like, you know what, Reggie Bush is our main guy. He's the one going to be getting all the touches, all the carries, and we'll work these guys in.
Trent,
so that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying with Reggie Bush. And I'm trying to be consistent because I don't know if I've said anything about that.
Is Vince Young a draft bust?
For his expectation, yes. He's a draft bust.
Okay, so let me follow. Wait, because I'm not disagreeing. But do you think Vince Young was not used correctly, or you think he just wasn't good?
Both.
He wasn't good. He wasn't good
Both.
enough to be.
I was gonna say because I just think he wasn't
He
good.
wasn't good enough to be a guy.
And I think in a sense with Reggie Bush, in a little bit, he wasn't as good as we thought he was.
Let me say Reggie
so
Bush.
mine is a little different. I don't think Vince Young was that good.
You said they should have said he's the guy, right? Let me say about Reggie Bush because I thought Reggie Bush. That was my guy. I wore the
That's my favorite
high school.
That's my favorite college player ever.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, what the thing about Reggie Bush that was crazy about him was that with Reggie Bush, he had a solid size. Coming out of the draft, you would think he would have been what Chris McCaffrey became, or what Marshall Faulk was.
Yes.
And here's what's so funny about it, though, right? Even when you say, "Oh, they wanted him," when he got there, all right, Deuce the vet back, we're gonna get you in, right? They eventually get rid of Deuce and try to make him the main guy. Pierre Thomas didn't nobody respect Pierre Thomas at all. Reggie was so bad at being the main back. Pierre Thomas became the main back.
That's right.
We're like, we tried, and like, nigga, we gotta let Pierre Thomas be the guy.
So early,
then we can in the backfield, nigga.
So we can agree to disagree on that because I just think Sean Payton, and let's be real,
because that year between Deuce McAllister and Pierre Thomas, they tried, bro. Reggie was not reading holes. He looked really bad.
Reggie missed a lot of holes. He would missing a lot.
You know what? So wait, what year are we talking about with
Reggie Bush, DeAndre Swift?
Stop it.
Not being a little disrespectful. Wait,
what year did y'all say Reggie Bush, like in between Deuce and Pierre? What year is this? Are
That's
y'all saying 08?
06, 07. That's like,
you know what?
Because they literally was trying to get Deuce out of there to make Reggie the guy. And literally when Pierre Thomas came, it's almost like they tried to make Reggie the guy, and Pierre Thomas literally showed I'm a better running back between the tackles.
Okay. It's because you also got to understand, like, the reason why I'm pushing it back on it a little bit is because, bro, I'm telling you, I've been watching Sean Payton for years because that's my guy. I wanted Reggie Bush to succeed. Oh, literally every year except for maybe, I'd say the last, when Mark Ingram left in 2019, when he went to the Ravens, up until that point, Sean Payton has always been, I'm going to have a power back and I'm going to have an elusive back. Mark Ingram, Darren Sproles. That's what I'm saying. But
Alvin Kamara became the guy, though.
Wait, early. Even with that, even when Kamara became the guy after Mark Ingram left, Kamara still was not getting Kamara still was not getting the amount of touches he needed rushing because he still has never hit 1,000 yards. Kamara still hasn't hit 1,000 yards.
But he's always been 8. But no, when you get 800 rushing and then 800 catching, nigga, you are going to be a Hall of Fame back.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Until he did that, up until Kamara did it, Sean Payton historically has never done that.
But hold on. I think this is different though, because Kamara and Reggie Bush is different. Y'all don't think it's concerning that the person you drafted number 3 isn't better than your undrafted guy that came in?
Thank you.
Who are you talking about?
Pierre Thomas.
Undrafted.
Pierre Thomas was undrafted. He was just a nigga. He was just a guy.
We can't get
Wait, so when do y'all think
literally
Pierre
stole
Thomas
his spot in practice?
Pierre, okay, let's because
Pierre got drafted in 07, but he didn't really start playing.
So I'm going to 2008. I'm going to 2008.
Hey, I'm looking right now. Look, Pierre Thomas got the led the team in rushing yards his second year.
Bro, they still had dudes.
But
they was using 3 running backs.
They didn't have dudes.
2008 they did. In 2008 they did.
2007 they were using this guy named like Austin Decker and Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush led in carries and only got like 580.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. I used to watch Reggie, dog. He couldn't read holes. He didn't want nothing to do with contact. Like, Reggie was a bad running back. It literally took him 10 years to learn how to run between the holes, y'all.
Early,
listen 10 years.
Early, listen to me.
Getting less attempts than Pierre Thomas and Deuce McAllister.
Bro, but listen. In 2008, they had Pierre Thomas had 129 carries.
He also got
Deuce McAllister had 107. And Reggie Bush had 106, and he only played 10 games.
Okay, but here's my thing though,
like they used 3 running backs. What you want him to do?
Where does he go?
Reggie only played 10 games that year.
8,000 yards.
I mean, Pierre Thomas averaged 4.8 yards per carry, and Reggie Bush averaged.
My thing is though,
how much he averaged?
3.8.
You know how bad you gotta be to be a 4.
Wait.
It's rough. It's rough.
Wait. At this time, averaging 4 yards a carry was not bad. He had
Pierre Thomas averaged 4.8. He averaged a whole yard more than
wait, 4.8?
No, but hold on. What we have to realize too, though, is the hype Reggie Bush was coming in. Reggie Bush, they were ready to make Reggie Bush the face of the league. Like he was going to be the face of the league.
Man, they thought Reggie was going to be OJ Simpson.
Reggie was going to be like top 5 all-time running back. That was at minimum. That was what they were expecting of him.
In 09, he only had 70 carries.
He's a bust.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all got it. I did, bro. In 09, he only had 70 carries. I don't know what they expected.
Reggie Bush was cooked, bro. Man.
That's our time. Thank y'all for coming and joining us on the first episode of Open Field, man. We will be back next Wednesday before the draft to do a pre-draft first 30 team pick. You know, everybody get a chance who comes on the panel to, you know, to get your pick on. We'll at least get 2 or 3 picks apiece. Again, just the first round. We'll basically pick an order who we think the team should get. We'll have a draft board up and everything like that. Man, we appreciate y'all for coming to the new family of Open Field. I appreciate my guys, Random, Riddell, G-Baby, Lonnie, Grant coming in, Jalen Carter, Trent. Like, man, appreciate you guys for popping in, you know, building something new, the new era of Open Field. Y'all have a good night, and we out to the next Wednesday.
Hey, Randall, let me know when it's on. I'm going to end real quick.
I got you.